another way to the road? You know another way? Good. Come on in. Don't stand there. Look, you show me how to get out of here. I'll give you $1. $3. $3? Well, yeah, all right.
Just say the first thing that pops into your mind. You sold me a crummy watch. I want my money back.
You know what you can do with that watch? Stick it up your ass.
Good.
You smoke this, and be sure you get the smoke deep down into your lungs.
I don't smoke.
It's tobacco. It's one of the healthiest things for your body. Now go ahead. You need all the strength you can get.
Now jump up in the air and put it in the basket, Chief. Jump up and dunk it in. Jump up in the air and stuff that son of a bitch in there.
The whole world gone crazy! Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules? Market zero! You think I'm fucking around here, market zero? You hear that, Dad? You're gonna pay! He's a molester! He's a child molester!
Why do you suggest kidnapping the child of a celebrity?
Fast ring! Hit me, Chief! Hit me, baby! Put it in the basket, Chief! Put it in the basket!
Never missing a beat, yeah. Boy, was it neat, yeah. Not just neat, she was totally neat when she did the freak with me. Never missing a beat, yeah. Boy, was it neat, yeah. The girl's a freak, the girl never misses a beat, yeah, yeah. And I'm just neat, she was totally neat when she did the freak with me. It didn't work, no. It wasn't funky no more. She did things with me. Beat, yeah. Boy, was it neat, yeah. She was on me deep when she did the freak with me. It didn't work, no. Out, not the most. Smokey wasn't fucking. But she was not just me deep, she was totally deep when she did the freak with me, yeah.
All-Stars. Earl's bringing us the Funk Fridays, and what kind of funk, Fez? P-Funk.
Nice.
Ron and Fez show. I'm Ron, there's Fez.
Hiya, buddies.
Earl on music today. I'm feeling strong about yourself, Earl.
Hello, everybody. I'm feeling quite funky today.
Earl always feels happy if he sees people bouncing around when he's playing his tunes. He really does have a club DJ feel about him. We ought to put you up way up high, Earl, so that you're overlooking the dance floor.
Everybody waving to the booth.
Well, we're going to put our hands in the air like we just don't care. I'm not going to lie to you, Earl. That happens sometimes. All right, Friday, Ron and Fez show. Already Lemon popping in and wants to give props to Earl. Lemon, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Earl didn't start his title today. I think Team Bennington needs to start off with a point.
Oh, yeah, we're up 1-0 right now. Team Bennington up, taking an early lead, top of the first over Team Watley.
That was fast in the first minute.
You know what I think the problem with Team Watley is, Fez?
What's that?
Dave. Oh. And I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to tell you how to run your squad, but Team Watley does have a weak link. Dave, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys. I want to see if Earl... I got 3 90s, late 80s rap songs out of that song.
All right, Earl, you got it for him? 3 rap songs that sampled the tune that you just played. Frig of the week.
Off the top of my head, I know De La Soul did Me, Myself, and I. That was the big one.
All right, that's one. Keep it going, Earl.
I want to say Tone Loc sampled the intro to Funky Cole Medina.
All right, go ahead. Keep one more.
And the third one, I'm just trying
if you don't have it, Dave, go ahead and give him the answers.
EPMD Gold Digger. Earl, you suck.
All right, hold on, Dave. You're a big winner right off the bat this morning. Tell him what he's won, Fez. Out of the Ron and Fez big-ass prize closet.
I'll have to throw it over to the booth there. What does he win, guys?
Why? What happened?
I don't have a plug for what he's won.
Holy shit. What does Fez like, Earl? He likes to have his plugs.
I do not have a prize plug to read to the young man.
He has won a DVD copy of Chuck Berry, Hail, Hail, Rock and Roll. This 2-DVD set includes the original film featuring Chuck Berry, Keith Richards, Eric Clapton, and many others, as well as 2 hours of bonus material courtesy of Image Entertainment.
See, it ain't so fucking easy.
I never said it was.
Not fun, is it, big man?
What Fezzy does.
My eyes are bad.
Now we're going to know. I know. That's always awful.
Courtesy of Image Entertainment, and Hail Hail Rock and Roll will be in stores on Tuesday.
You know, Hail Hail Rock and Roll is out as a DVD now, and I guess the film's like 20 years old, and what happened was Keith Richards decides, well, Chuck Berry's getting old. You know, we're worried we're going to end up missing him. Let's get some people together, show Chuck on film, show a lot of great players playing the Chuck Berry songs, because a lot of the Chuck Berry songs were done really, really fast years ago. This thing has lined Chuck Berry up at the documentary, the show The Real Him, to be the biggest fucking asshole and prick in history. Have you ever seen it, Fez?
No, I have not seen this.
Have you seen this, Earl?
Yeah, I saw it at the Ziegfeld Theater when it was originally released.
Something is seriously wrong with Chuck Berry's mind. If he shows up for anything, Fez, he expects a bag of money, one bag of cash. He doesn't want to check. He doesn't want to deal with it. That's going to be the end of it. So because of that attitude, he's never really done any really big projects. It's never like, I'm the back end guy. Like, has there ever been like a really big Chuck Berry tour that was cool? And you know it would fucking sell out. But the answer is no, because he thinks so small time. I saw him one time. He played when I was younger. And they just took some local guys that he kind of met on stage. Chuck walked out with his guitar, did 30 minutes, walked out. And that was it.
And he'll show up with an empty suitcase specifically for the money.
He wants the cash right there. I saw him go on stage. He had the guitar was still in the case, right? He takes it out of the case. He starts playing. Everybody's going crazy. Oh, it's Chuck Berry. 30 minutes later, he unplugs, puts the guitar back in the case, waves and walks away. It's like he walked from the stage to the airplane. He wanted nothing to do with it.
And it's 30 minutes, not a second more.
Oh, yeah, he
Not
does
a second
exactly
less.
what he has to do. But because of that mentality, he's never put together like a really big tour or, you know, even if he wanted to go out with like U2 or do stadiums, all that shit would be open to him because everybody loves him. But his attitude of this like paranoia, he won't deal with it.
The money thing cracks me up because I can picture him carrying those sacks of money like you used to see in bank robbery cartoons where it actually has the dollar sign on it.
But the problem is this, Fez, he's not getting the kind of money that he would get if he cooperated and put it together. He would be making millions and millions of dollars, not just sacks of cash.
Yeah, and he travels alone. He'll bring like a toothbrush, a comb, a guitar. If it's close by, he'll ask for a specific car. It has to be a cream brown Cadillac.
And the man pretty much invented rock and roll. And everybody who's ever played it up to this point would fucking honor him if he would, you know, stop watching people shit and piss and treat himself like a human being. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, hey. Ron and Fez.
Yeah, buddy.
Buddies, listen, I was in a band in Cleveland at the Agora, and I watched the owner of the club pay him $11,000 cash. He put it in his fucking trunk of his car, a Cadillac, behind the club, got up on stage. He says, if I do good, you guys get $1,000. He didn't even pay us. He said, you guys weren't good enough. He would do a song. Listen to this shit. Here's how much of a prick this fucker was. He would say, okay, we're not going to play whatever song tonight in A. We're going to play it in B minor. 1, 2, 3, go. Try and transpose that shit out of your head immediately. You got to do it right now.
So there's no rehearsal. You're just local guys, right?
Nothing. Local guys, really good cover band.
Yeah,
really excellent cover band.
That's
really good musicians.
Yeah, that's his thing. He always says, "Get me." He goes, "Everybody knows these songs. We don't need to rehearse." He's never seen these guys before.
I bet no one wins the $1,000 challenge. Nobody's good enough at the end of the night to get the grand.
Exactly. That's what we found out. He never paid a fucking cover band.
But here's the thing, Jeff. For the rest of your life, you're able to say, I played with Chuck Berry.
We will never cover him.
Oh, jeez.
That's bitter.
I feel like sending you the $1,000. All right, thanks, buddy.
There's a scene in Hail Hail Rock and Roll. The show has just started. He has this all-star band, amazing band. Keith Richards and the guys from NRBQ. Halfway through the first song, Keith Richards is the musical director. He walks over to Keith Richards and he whispers in his ear, and you just see, you don't know what he said. He just goes, mouths the words, no. And they asked him later, said, what did he say to you? He goes, can we change the key of the song midway through the song? And he just goes, no. It just screams, no.
And I mean, Keith acted like an abused son to this guy during this whole film. You see Keith going, I just want to get this thing right for history. And Chuck is like, well, this is fucking it. You know, this is the whole deal. But, you know, here's your thing, Fez. You're acting like he's leaving with 2 bags of money. He's making $11,000. Okay, good 1958 money. He doesn't need to be doing that now. For all the shit that he's running around doing these $11,000 shows, he could easily do $1 million show if he just got his fucking head on right.
And again, in the DVD, they capture a major blowout between him and Keith Richards. They are just screaming.
He punched Keith in the face during this thing. He's out of his fucking mind. In the meantime, you can't take it away from him. He's the real king, not Elvis. And I'm going to say that right to you, Fez, even though I know you go out to Graceland every chance you get. But if he was white, he would have been the king of rock and roll. Frank, you're on Fez.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's Rap.
Hey, Rap, what's happening?
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
That's a street black mentality that he has. George Foreman said the same thing. They don't really realize they have the money unless it's in their pocket, in their hands.
So you're just saying he hasn't changed at all since he was growing up in East St. Louis or wherever the hell he came from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's an old-time street thing. They got to have that money. They don't understand it when it's in the bank.
You know, I can understand it, but at some point you got to say to yourself, I have cash on me. I'm going to see if I can't now make this really large money that everybody... And I know 1 million people probably tried to do this with Chuck Berry over the years.
I agree with you. I really didn't understand it till Foreman himself said it, but then the more I thought about it, I guess they just don't grasp the concept that they can go to the bank without a gun and get money out.
They feel safer in the trunk, Rap.
All right,
hey,
buddy.
I don't blame them.
All right, talk to you later, my man.
See you, pal.
866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Hey, John. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing, Ronnie?
Hey, pal.
Yeah, back in the day, I used to bounce down in Memphis, Tennessee, a little small place. Chuck Berry walks in the joint on a Thursday night. He had to do a Friday night gig. So he walks in and he said, call a local radio station, tell them I'm going to be appearing here. He works for the door. He says, I want $15 a head. And that's what he got. He packed the place.
Yeah.
They were leaking out both sides. I mean, you couldn't get enough people. The place was surrounded. The guy walked out of that, like he said, 11 grand, 12 grand, whatever it was, in his briefcase, and off he went. Signed everybody's shit and left.
I'm telling you right now, despite everything that I've said, if he was playing tonight, and Earl and I found out, we'd be running down the street like idiots trying to go fucking see this show. Even though we know we're going to get 30 minutes in that set. Even though shit's going to be out of tune and out of time and nobody knows what they're doing, you'd still be there because it's Chuck Berry.
I saw him at the Ritz, and he was just and he gave the band like a chance to shine. He doesn't even know. He says, "Guitar player, get over here." He doesn't even know his name. Just goes, let's hear it for the guitar player.
Guitar player, everybody, let him hear
guitar
it.
player. You on the piano, play.
Good thing he doesn't introduce the band. That would eat up the 30 minutes.
John, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I don't think Chuck Berry is it. I don't know if you missed American Idol, but, man, Prince is it. He came on there, sang a song, said screw it, and left.
Yeah, but Prince has managed to figure out how to make some money. And, you know, no Chuck Berry, no Prince, no Chuck Berry, no Rolling Stones, no Chuck Berry, no Beatles. There's not many people you could act like in the whole wheel are that much of a cog. I mean, the guy was there making the whole thing happen.
He was the first guitar hero.
Yeah.
He was like the first true guitar hero, first true like singer-songwriter because he wrote the songs, he performed the songs. Who was it before him? Nobody.
Nobody, yeah. And really that style of song, I mean, go back and listen to the Beach Boys and there's tons of Chuck Berry songs in those hits. Those songs have been done over and over and over. But here's the point. Do you need to like somebody to dig them as an artist, or can you be turned off by it?
I can get turned off really easily.
Who's somebody who you were into, but something that they did?
Susan Sarandon was one of those where it was like I was disagreeing with something she was saying politically, and then all I could see was that protester woman instead of like the fine actress that she is. So that's someone like that.
And then what just happened a couple months ago? Who did you march with?
Susan Sarandon.
And who did you go up and try to talk to?
Susan Sarandon.
So who was wrong? You or Susan Sarandon?
Fez Whatley.
Really? You've made that much of a turn now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Earl, how about for you?
I wouldn't. I mean, it still doesn't matter to me because,
Yeah.
I mean, like, Miles Davis was an awful human being, but I still love Miles Davis.
I got to agree with you.
And
I've got to agree with you 100%. It doesn't even sway me for some reason.
And knowing, like, Chuck Berry, he would, this is like that scene in the movie where he introduces his wife and then he introduces his girlfriends. It's like...
Who cares?
Yeah, no,
what
I'm
does
like...
it have to do? You know, people like, I'll bring up a great Woody Allen movie and someone act like, well, he fucked his own stepdaughter. I go, okay, a genius can't fuck his own stepdaughter. We can't agree with that. I got an email here yesterday saying, Ron, I'm tired of your shit. You act like every Hollywood movie stinks and you act like every indie movie is good. Well, we do book a lot of indie people on here. That's who Earl gets. But believe me, if Earl booked Jack Nicholson, we would have Jack Nicholson. If he booked Al Pacino, he would have Al Pacino. There's plenty of Hollywood movies that I like. There's a lot of indie movies that I don't like, but we don't bring those people on the show. I got to tell you the truth. I'm very excited about the new Superman.
The new Superman, it's going to open next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Already I go to the Rotten Tomatoes. I got to tell you right now, the reviews are through the fucking roof. This is going to be a blockbuster, and it's good. When's the last time that happened? When's the last time that you could go and, like, everybody seems to like it. And so I've got really high hopes. I saw Big Kev walking around. I have a feeling he probably saw it. See if you can find if Big Kev saw that film. Tuesday, are you going to be one of those deals, Fezzy, where you go in on Tuesday morning?
Yeah, I think I'll be there like opening day. I think I'll wait till Wednesday. I don't think I'll do like the Tuesday midnight showing, but I'll wait till Wednesday opening day.
Don't you want to be first girl in your neighborhood who gets a chance to see it?
That would be nice.
Big Kev, have you seen Superman yet?
No, I have not.
And all the early reviews are telling me this is really, really strong.
It's 2.5 hours long.
2.5 hours of love is the way I understand it.
I'm hoping. I'm kind of holding off. I've had a couple of opportunities to see it, and I have passed on them because I'm waiting to see it when it actually opens.
You want to see it with the kids. You want to see it with the people.
Actually, yeah, I'm going to go to a day show. I am going to see it with the youngsters.
Now, the last time this happened, King Kong, I was a little pulled back. I'm like, I don't think it can be good. Everybody was pumped for it. I feel like in hindsight I was right. I thought it was awful. This time, I really do hope it's the big summer movie.
I think so. I think this is going to be the big one.
Sportsbook.com, they're doing an over-under on its opening weekend, the Friday through Sunday part of it. They're saying they're giving it $89.5 million.
I think there's going to be a problem because there's rolling blackouts on the West Coast. See, I did a little Aquaman joke there. See, that's the way when people go Aquaman on Entourage, Aquaman would never be that big. The point is, it's like Vinny Chase got Superman. This is what Entourage is about. So I really do hope this is a massive film. What are you doing? You got something happen with one of the comic book things?
Yeah, I'm going to be at the Big Apple Comic Con this weekend.
Where's that at?
It's right here in Midtown, right by Madison Square Garden. You can go to bigapplecomiccon.com and...
the Penn Plaza Pavilion.
Yes, the Penn Plaza.
Who's all going to be there this time?
A lot of great guests, Ron. Like Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal?
Yes, he's going to go there, and then he's going to play B.B. King's that night.
Earl, Steven Seagal, B.B. King's.
And also a couple of wrestlers. Roddy Piper will be there.
None bigger. And also big movie star. Frog Comes to Helltown or whatever that crazy thing is.
And They Live.
They Live was his other big one. Yeah.
A couple of other people have...
So what do you do when you go there?
I'm going to be giving out WOW stickers and other O&A type things, and I always have a few Ron and Fez things that people ask for.
So it's your chance to meet Big Kev.
Basically.
You go out there, you meet Big Kev, and find out what happens.
I spread the virus where others fear to tread.
I like the angle. Hey, Ryan, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, don't get your hopes up, Ron, because they said the same thing. The reviews are through the roof for Spider-Man, too, and we all know that was a terrible
I was not a Spider-Man fan. I know a lot of people like it. I didn't hate it, but I never really got caught up in it.
The premise of Superman is bothering me, so I'm waiting.
You're
to
worried.
See. Yeah,
You're nervous. Danny, do you know anything about this?
I absolutely do.
Yeah?
I saw it yesterday afternoon.
You did see it?
I did.
Nice.
And it's funny that you bring up Spider-Man, because that is probably one of the main things that stuck out in my head when I was leaving. I said, that really felt a hell of a lot like Spider-Man did.
It's the same Spider-Man film feel?
No, it's not. It's got the feel to it. I mean, it's not the same movie by any means, but it definitely rubs off on you that way.
Did you dig it?
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was very well done. Because I was extremely afraid of seeing it, because I kind of wanted to hate it in a way, because they didn't give you anything on the trailer. Any trailers. So I'm like, well, if they're not giving me anything on the trailer, there's no way this film could be any good whatsoever. But I dug it. I really did dig it.
See, I don't mind when they just go Superman on the trailer. Show up if you're into it. I don't want to see the whole movie on the trailer. I want to go in there, and if there's some kind of cool thing happening, I want to be shocked. Who did Bryan Singer did this thing?
Bryan Singer did it,
yeah. So he did all the X-Men stuff, so hopefully he'll be able to pull it off. So you dug it in a big way.
Yeah.
How about the acting? That's what I worry about. That kid, and if the whole fact of Christopher Reeve, I never thought Christopher Reeve could act. I always found that to be pretty cheesy.
You know what it is? You could almost tell through his acting that he's really hoping that he pulls off Superman.
Right.
Because I think he's in there thinking to himself, geez, if I really screw this up, it's going to suck. So you could really kind of feel he's kind of uncomfortable as Superman.
Right.
In a way. I think that comes through.
Is he trying to act act like Superman, or is he trying to act like Christopher Reeve acting like Superman?
He's absolutely trying to act like Christopher Reeve acting like Superman.
See, that's a huge mistake. I don't know why everybody puts their head into the Christopher Reeve thing, because it's not like kids go back and watch the Christopher Reeve Superman. Those things are so dated now.
Right.
So, did you see it in a screening room or a theater?
It was a theater, yeah, on the Upper West Side. So.
A lot of people?
Yeah, it was packed.
Did they seem like they were digging, or?
Oh yeah, there were plenty.
Did you get the big summer movie? Oh,
yeah, plenty of scenes that got in the middle of the movie because it's really necessary to clap at a screen.
Yeah, they do that for summer films, and people act like, why don't you like more of the big summer films? I just can't get caught up in the whole Disney World feel about it. It's silly.
They should have someone just come over the PA saying thank you whenever someone claps during a summer movie.
Or they could just turn around after they know they've had a big scene and just look at everybody.
Maybe the projectionist comes out and takes a bow at the end of it.
They still have projectionists.
All right, so I don't think
have to, don't they?
No, they all get turned on by computer now.
It is exciting that they're doing a Superman movie, and you want it to do so well because Batman Begins was fantastic.
Yeah.
So you want this movie to be spectacular in every way.
We talked about this before, though. It seems like Batman Begins, it almost wasn't even like it was a summer movie. They almost took it a little more seriously than like what Spider-Man does and stuff, So I don't know if Batman Begins had that whole fanboy jump up and cheer scenes, or
It did when I saw it. I saw that actually in advance, a couple of almost a month.
People tell you to sit down.
At the end, there were a lot of people on seats at the end.
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, it was huge.
Are they doing another one of those?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And they're in casting now. I think they're going to start principal photography in sometime in 2007. I think it's scheduled to come out in 2008.
We saw them shooting a new Spider-Man down the street. Did you guys see that?
No.
They'd down near the Hilton here, they'd fucked up everything. Spider-Man was running around. Earl was all happy. Did you take pictures, Earl?
No, I didn't take. It was
You take pictures of everything except for people.
No, but
if he finds a rock with shade, he'll take a picture of it.
So Earl's taking pictures of the tiles down in the 57th Street subway.
What are you doing? He's always doing that, taking pictures of plaques.
I'm a little esoteric. What am I going to say?
Well, you're like a tree paparazzi. You won't leave a tree alone.
No, but they had. Pretty much that entire avenue was shut down.
Yeah,
you really couldn't get any good shots. And it was when I was there. It was. Really
I walked
right
going
up.
On. I walked right up and had lunch with Tobey Maguire. It wasn't that difficult.
I got to know, was he in the black costume?
Yes, he was.
Really?
He was
We've
in the
been
black
speculating for weeks on my podcast, BigKevsGeekStuff.com. We've been speculating for weeks that is a hoax, a humongous hoax that Raimi is playing on everybody.
No.
Apparently not.
It doesn't mean that he wouldn't run it out in New York, though, and just fool everybody with it.
Yeah, that's true. He would.
All right, tell us about your podcast. You just talk about geek stuff?
Yeah, it's kind of an uncensored view of all manner of toys and comic books and all that sort of
Finally uncensored, so you can say this is a great fucking toy.
That's it.
That toy is shit.
Nobody out there is calling toys shit but us. Nobody.
Where's my fucking slinky?
Absolutely.
Let me in on this, though.
Okay.
What is it about an adult playing with toys? What's happened?
Playing with toys or appreciating the toy industry?
Tell me how you appreciate it. Tell me what you do.
I just think that that there's a large population of collectors out there that unfortunately are labeled and categorized in a negative way when I don't think that they should be.
But what I don't understand, Danny, are you one of these guys that you like the toys?
Absolutely, he is not. No.
What do you get out of it when
He's
you
looking to sell me his comics?
If you own one of these toys, right? You put it up. You put it up in your and what is the feeling you get? I never understand where the appreciation comes from.
Well, there are a lot of ways to appreciate. You can appreciate some of them as artistic. Somebody had to sculpt these toys, and in some cases, in the McFarlane toys and some of the other companies now that are trying to catch up to him, you're talking about a really great piece of artwork.
So it's art to you. You feel the same way as a guy who collects a painting. You look at it as a thing of beauty.
Yeah,
and then
in
you
many
take
ways.
it down.
But on the other hand,
Like people do with regular artwork.
But on the other hand, there is a whole collectability to these things. There is a humongous population. Toys are not being made for kids anymore.
No, that's true.
By and large, they're being made, at least in the action figure genre, they're being made for collectors.
Same with comic books. You couldn't follow a comic book if you're 10 now. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Thankfully, they're creating comic books for 10-year-olds and that ilk, but you couldn't get a kid to just pick up Amazing Spider-Man and start reading it. There's no way.
What out of all your toy collection, what is the best thing that you have? What are you most proud of?
I have an import Japanese Mediacom Rocketeer action figure.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want it, Danny?
No.
What a prick. Standing on the line with us right now is Big Brother Summerfest. Summer Big Brother All-Stars.
That's right. The other night on CBS, Julie Chen announced the 20 possible house guests that could go back into the Big Brother house for this summer series, Big Brother All-Stars. Erica from Big Brother 4 is standing by.
Now, you remember Erica, she was with when the boyfriends came in and out.
This season, Big Brother 4 X Factor, her ex, Robert, was in the house with her.
Yeah, so that was a big problem for her. Here is...
about to do a radio show.
Yeah, well, now you're on a radio show. How are you, Erica?
Hi. Good. I'm good. How are you? I'm actually standing waiting for a shuttle in Vegas.
Oh, you're at the airport?
I am. I'm at the airport.
So when do you find out whether you are going to go back into the Big Brother house?
Gosh, I think we all find out together, on the 6th of July.
And
but
then
I'm confident that I'm getting in.
Then those people actually, when you find out, you walk right into the house then?
I think so. You know what? They kind of keep us in the dark in terms of, logistically when you're going in and when we'll know. So we kind of don't even know ourselves.
You were there on a really tense season, right?
I had the worst. Did I get the worst deal or what? I watched last season and everyone's in there with their best friend or their girlfriend, and I'm like, I get my ex-boyfriend? What? This is crazy. It was so unfair.
Yeah, and there was already, I guess you guys had a bad breakup. There was a lot of tension between you. So
yeah, it was horrible.
If it's so awful, why would you want to do this again? Is it just the money?
Well, you know what? I figured it couldn't get worse.
Yeah.
They pretty much did the worst thing possible to me. So I figure, you know what? I've been through the worst season, so it could only, get better.
Here's the other thing I worry about. A lot of you guys know each other from the different seasons, right?
Right.
How do you know people aren't going in there saying, we're the top 6, we're the top 7? Are people forming strategies why they're outside the house?
I'm sure a lot of that's going on. I mean, I know that there's 5 people from season 6 that, are in the top 20. So obviously, I think, everyone is a little afraid that, those people are going to get in and they're going to kind of be a block, a number. But,
right.
Hopefully, the producers won't let that happen.
All right, Erica, for you, anybody that you don't want to see in that house, anyone you go, I can't spend the summer with this person.
Of the 20?
Yes.
You know what? I would say bring them all on. You know what? At this point, you're not going to be able to knock me down. You already put me in the house with my ex-boyfriend, and I had to spend 70 days with Allison. So, I don't think it could get worse.
I got 2 words for you to make it worse. Chicken George. I can't put up with that act.
You know what? I think Chicken George and I have a lot in common. He took care of the chickens. I took care of the tortoises. I don't know. We might bond. You never know.
All right, here's the guy who knows everything about Big Brother. He wants to say hi to you. It's Indy Mike. Go ahead, Mike. How you doing, pal?
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Erica. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Fine. I'm glad you were able to call in. You need to push all these folks out here to vote for you online. The voting's been pretty hot and heavy, it looks like.
Are they? Oh, my God. Well, vote for me, you guys.
No, it's CBS.com to vote for you, Erica?
It's CBS.com, and I think you just have to, click on Big Brother and then click on my picture, and I think there's, a link that says vote for me, and, you can watch my pleas and in my video and the reason why I want to get back on. And
now, Erica, have you ever gone back and looked at the fan sites and the things that they write on there? Like Indy Mike works for some of those.
You know what? I do. Unfortunately, I'm a huge Big Brother fan myself, so I'm an internet junkie, and I try to stay away as much as possible because it's really hard to see the negative things about you, and I think people, what they don't understand is that we are people too, and our feelings are hurt when we're called names and blah 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 and all that stuff. But,
and any naked picture they can grab, any single naked picture will be online forever.
Erica was the salsa dancer during Big Brother 4.
Phenomenal dancer. All right, Erica, we're pulling for you, honey. I hope you get in, all right?
Thank you so much, guys, for having me on. I really appreciate it. Vote for me, you guys.
All right, vote for Erica, CBS.com, Fez.
CBS.com, you can pick, the viewers get to pick 6 of the 20 possibilities to go into the Big Brother house.
All right, thanks, Mike. Thanks, Erica.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Would you go in this house, Fezzy?
No, I couldn't do it.
Is there a reality show that you would want to do? I can't imagine doing one. I can't even imagine doing that thing where, okay, they go back to your house with you like Hulk Hogan does or Bam Margera. It looks too annoying to me.
Yeah, I think I would rather try Survivor than Big Brother 4. It just seems so confining in Big Brother, I mean.
But at least you get food with Big Brother. You get food and you get a bed. That whole thing of fleas biting you, I don't know. I might be out of there. What about for you, Earl? Anything that you would do?
What's that show on MTV? Road Rules? Because I like to do athletic
Earl,
things.
You would be a bungee jumper. You'd be one of those guys. I cannot picture it.
No, but I tend to think that I'm a pretty good athlete. I would like to challenge myself physically.
Yeah, but it's not like regular sports. It's always some crazy high wire thing that you got to hang upside down and do. I can't picture you stepping off the ledge. Can you picture him bungee jumping, Fez?
No, there's no way. He wouldn't ski for O&A. There's no way he's going to do any of this.
That's true, Fez.
Well, I was injured
You
at the
had
time.
your Big Brother opportunity when O&A begged you to move the show along and ski down that mountain, and you wouldn't do it.
Well, I was injured at the time, and I was told I didn't have to ski, and then all of a sudden they're strapping skis on me.
This is exactly the kind of stuff that they say on Big Brother or any of these shows when they make up these excuses and everybody hates them. That's the guy you love to hate right there.
I was a month removed from having 2 bleeding ulcers. I was in no shape to go do any physical activity at that point.
So you would ski now? You would ski today?
Are you ready to ski?
Yeah, I'd give it a shot now.
Would you bungee jump out this window?
No, I wouldn't bungee jump out. I would bungee jump, but I would not out of this window.
Oh, we got to set it up where he bungee jumps. I do not believe you're extreme, Earl. Yes, I think you can play softball, b-ball, and maybe touch football. I saw you box. You beat up a guy with the flu. I give you all the credit in the world. To do anything extreme, would you go rock climbing?
Yeah, I would try rock climbing. I've tried it before.
It would be where at? And I'm not talking in a mall up that plastic wall with the pegs.
I did it when I was a kid, but...
All right, I'm going to say this.
They had rock climbing when you were a kid?
Because Too Cute, our friend, is not only a rock climber, but an ice climber. Would you say that you would ice climb this winter?
Yeah, why not?
Would you rock climb this summer?
Yeah, I wouldn't try. I would love to try rock climbing.
All right, we're going to set it up. And you're going out there. It's going to be the freestyle. There's not going to be any ropes. It's just you crawling up the base.
You and your rocks.
No harnesses or anything?
Lyle, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
Big fan of the show. I just wanted to say you guys would be great on The Amazing Race.
The problem there is people would hate me. I would become the guy who forces his partner to do stuff, and you'll, come on! First of all, we could lose The Amazing Race because Fez only gets on, I'd say, about 70% of the planes when it's time to take off.
Yeah, I watch Amazing Race, and I always watch it with this in mind. Could I do what they were doing? If I take the flight out of it, which I know I couldn't do, could I do those actual maneuvers? There's no way. There's no way I could do that stuff. They're always crossing some really high-up rope bridge.
Yeah, there's always those type of things.
And there is no way that's going to happen with me.
Earl, could you walk across a rope bridge?
No, my big feet, probably not. I highly doubt it.
There's a lot of bungee in
How do you think you're going to rock climb them with your big feet? Those Happy to Clown shoes you wear.
No, a lot of it's also balance and upper body strength and leg strength.
I swear to God, I feel like I'm talking to Dave.
What? I feel I can answer that challenge.
You don't leave Queens. You leave crossing the river is a big deal. We went down to Washington, and you were sick to your stomach the whole entire trip.
Yeah, I have a cold. What
You were unconscious on the train because that mode of transportation was too high speed for you.
I always sleep on a moving vehicle.
Hey, Casper, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Cool.
Fezzy, you should be on The Real World. All that young tail, not bad.
That'd be hot.
Sure.
I'd end up hooking up.
Earl, I'm going to get you on a reality show. Call BET, see what they got.
They have a couple, actually. I know they do one like a college thing, like people in the dorm, kids in the dorm.
Yeah, that could be you, the elderly man in a dorm with a bunch of people. Fez, look what we got on the line right now. It's Brother Joe. Brother Joe, how you doing, buddy? What's happening, Joe?
I'll call him on the show. Hey,
pal.
What's going on, guys? Am I on the air?
Yes, you are.
Anthony, if you're listening, call Mom. It's her birthday today.
He hasn't called your mother yet?
No, I don't know. I'm in San Diego. We just got here, so
Joe,
I'm not sure if he did or not. But I figure I'll put in the call and save a whole lot of trouble for everybody.
Oh my God, he misses her birthday all the time, doesn't he?
Not the first year.
He's been known to miss a call once in a while.
Well, he's too busy talking to his lawyers and his accountants, his stockbrokers.
There you go.
All right, Joe. What are you doing in San Diego, buddy?
We're playing a corporate gig.
You can't get any bigger right now than what Joe's doing.
Private party.
He's on
private party going on. Next month we'll be in Honduras, so everything was first class this time around.
Yeah.
First time flying first class, actually, and I don't think I can go back.
Oh, I understand completely. You know what the best thing about first class, too, is that other people are more uncomfortable behind you. So that makes you feel better.
The best feeling in the world is first class when the curtain gets pulled.
Yeah.
That's correct. I felt comfortable from the moment I sat down and they handed me that nice little moist, heated up wipe that you can tap your forehead with. It was nice. I liked it. I'm getting spoiled.
When I'm in first class, and it's fairly rare, I look at the strap hangers who have to walk through to get to the back like they're just scumbags. Like they have open sores on them.
They just come stumbling through, just looking at the first class section.
You know, though, guys, I paid for this because last week we were coming back from Trinidad and Tobago. That's where we played last week.
I need you to pick up packages for me. I have every place that you've mentioned. Somebody owes me product.
There you go.
All right, Joe.
I'd be glad to be your courier there, Ronnie.
It's really nice to talk to the good son, the one who's there to call Mom up and all. All right. Talk to you later, my friend.
All right, guys. All right, take it easy. Bye.
I cannot believe it, Fez. Anthony will not call his mom on her birthday.
That's awful. I have trouble believing that.
Why doesn't he have his personal chef or the butler or if he really even needs to, have Master Poe go over and give her a present? Whatever needs to be done right now in the Anthony organization should be taking care of this.
Yeah, get some interns unwrapping gifts and deliveries.
He forgot his mom. That Joe's a wonderful guy.
He's the good son, I guess.
Oh, yeah, he wrote a song for his mom. He made her stuff, cooked for her, cleaned the house. He's lovely. He's lovely. Anthony went by in his limo and smiled while his mom took a picture. Smiled, slowed down, didn't stop, couldn't completely stop. He's on something big, but just kind of gave her a wave.
I do think he threw a gif and a cake out the sunroof of that limo as he drove by.
Well, he is better than he used to be. God, things are going very, very busy in his world.
Yeah, but he didn't like to stop.
Don't forget Ma! Anthony, please, this year, do not forget Ma. I guess Joe doesn't even have his new number.
No, he's got to try to call through XM satellite radio. Put it out on the satellite.
Well, Aunt only has one phone now, and it's solid gold, so you really can't hear the ring. It's just really more for him to admire.
I don't know if that'd even work with the technology.
And Brother Joe did write a song for his mother, and it's really, really beautiful. We have it here. It's called Black Girl.
I was born and raised in New York City, in a housing project way up in the hood. I dressed in dark clothing, so folks started calling me Black Girl. Oh, and they used to laugh about it, 'cause deep down they knew they called me that 'cause I was as black as soot. I've always been a lazy man, a couch potato with a clicker in my hand. See, motivation I never had, hid in the shadows when the boss got mad. For 20 years I never got a raise. I'm 33 and I never been late. I look busy but I'm not, I'm just walking around. I pick up some papers and I put them back down. One day I'm gonna stop paying my rent, live in a refrigerator box, never get out of bed. I'm Black Girl, a genuine lazy bum. I'll always make it through hard times at any W. Then one day some lame brains came and took O&A away. And at the age of 33, I felt like I was carrying the weight of the whole station on my shoulders. And Ron and Fez knew what I was going through. Every morning I'd unlock the door, lay down and I'd sleep a little more. Then I put away the bathroom key. Everybody was depending on me. I eat a chicken wing with lemonade. Lord, give me strength to make another day. Times I felt I couldn't go on. Push a button, throw a switch, answer the phone. Got lost in the van, I did my PSAs. 10 minutes work, gonna take me all day. I'm Black Girl, a genuine lazy bum. I'll always make it through hard times at any W. I could hear Scotzo say, Black Girl, you're a genuine lazy bum. You'll always make it through hard times at any W. Ken and Jeremy say, Black Girl, you're a genuine lazy bum.
There it is.
Always make it through.
Please, Anthony, call your mother. Is it too much to ask? Give your mother a call.
That was a long-distance dedication from Brother Joe to his mom.
Here's a song right now going out to everybody. It's, so you know my favorite part of that song, though, and maybe it's just because my name's in it, but Ron and Fez knew what I was going through. Here's Kevin. Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, I got two things for you. One thing, Anthony's too worried about his house guest that he has this week spilling chocolate milk on the center island.
Well, he's doing very well.
I don't know if you heard he's got company in town and paranoids the crap out of him.
Yeah, I know, but he could call his mom. I don't think it's too much to ask. It's her birthday. Just a call.
I know he's paranoid. Hey, I got two reality shows for Black Earl.
Yeah.
For BET. One is Big Brothers with Big Black Earl and Shaq. And the other one is The Amazing Racist with Louis Farrakhan and Black Earl.
All right, there you go. You know what? Ring the cowbell for this gentleman. Very nice call, Fezzy. Very nice call.
We'll send him to the big-ass prize closet. And I still don't have a prize plug in here.
It's funny what's going on around here today. Earl, tell him what he wins.
He won a CD copy of The Best of the Replacements, courtesy of Rhino Entertainment. The CD contains 14 classic songs and 2 new songs by the surviving members of the band. The CD is in stores now, and you can go to rhino.com for more information.
Earl, I wouldn't like to be a lucky winner. I wouldn't like to have the Best of the Replacements. I'd like to leave here a lucky ninth caller every once in a while.
That could be arranged.
Yeah, I'd like to see it be arranged. I don't want to have to hear about all these nice tchotchkes when I'm on the air. I want to come in here and feel like it's my birthday. I want to feel like Aunt's mom today. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Here is Brian. Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, first I wanted to say happy birthday to Anthony's mom.
Yeah, happy birthday to you.
Definitely. But then, Fezzy, I think you should go on the mole and get pampered, but then you're going to start freaking out trying to figure out who the mole is. You might think it's a ghost or something.
All right, Earl is the one going on a reality show now because we just found out today, we never knew it before, he's extreme. Nick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Yeah.
Hey, you should try to get Black Earl on Eliminate.
You know, I wanted to get him on Eliminate. He thought I said Elimablack, and he won't go in there. Earl, I would not set you up to be hurt. It's not going to happen. Would you go on a dating show, Earl?
Probably not. I would choke on.
You'd rather bungee jump.
Yes, because I know the plane. I'll be inflicting my own pain.
Yeah. Well, with a bungee jump, he feels like it won't hurt his dick. Earl, let me just bring this up to you. You haven't had a date since Useless Betty that I know of. I wanted to make this the summer of Fez dating. He dug his heels in. I got nowhere. Maybe I should make it the summer of Earl dating.
I'll be open to it. Definitely.
I'd just like to see someone on my show be a little bit social with their life. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah. Just wanted to say I miss Ultimate Fighter Fez.
Mm-hmm. Witty.
And, Ron, I wanted to know why you're so anti-Pittsburgh.
Anti-Pittsburgh. I can answer that pretty easy for you, Joe. This city's on the wrong side of the state, and you really have to pick. With Pennsylvania, you got to pick which side. And I'm East Coast, Fezzy.
So that's it. That's simple.
Delco, buddy. Delco. Cliff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Fezzy.
Hey.
Hey, I bet the real Willie Mays called his mom on her birthday.
I'm sure Willie Mays is going to do the trick. I'm sure Anthony's going to call his mom. I mean, right now, he's probably hitting like 800 numbers, finding out what can be delivered within the next 45 minutes.
That's why they called Willie Mays, to say happy birthday, kid.
I would never know whose birthday it ever is, though. I always need a sister or somebody to alert me. I'm just terrible at that stuff.
I'm usually pretty good at it. I can keep most of the important ones in my mind.
What about Mikey D? You forgot all about him, and that started all the crying.
Yeah.
Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder, why do you think that Chicken George was the only person that we can vote for from season 1?
I know they used to have different producers in those days, so you don't even see any of the stuff from that first year.
You can't even go on the website and see anything.
Yeah, you never see any of the old clips, and I guess the game was played differently. So Big Brother Season 1 is almost like a prequel season.
It may be that the other contestants from Big Brother 1 knew that Chicken George was one of these choices and everyone else opted out.
Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I think Earl should go on the Outdoor Life Network show Ted Nugent, where it's a reality-based TV show where they have to actually cut their own food and all that deal.
All right, hold on. Let me check. Would you go out there and hunt with Ted Nugent, Earl?
Hunting with Ted? Probably not, because he would probably shoot me.
Yeah, never walk in front of that son of a bitch. Because then it's just Earl and him hunting, and Earl hears him yell, "There's one." Scary. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
So are you telling me that Scranton, Allentown, and Wilkes-Barre are all on the right side of the state?
Yeah, but they're too far north. That's the problem with it. When I say east, I mean the southeast corner.
More of a quadrant you're looking for.
Well, it's just a little area. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Ron and Fez, what's going on? I got a problem with Earl.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
He wouldn't. This guy won't even ski down a mountain in Jersey, which isn't even any bigger than a hill, but now he's going to bungee jump?
That's what Earl's saying, and that's why we're calling him a liar. You will not do this stuff, Earl. We could set up a thing, Fezzy, Earl's Extreme Week, where Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, he does something different. Earl, would you be willing to do that? Every day you do a different stunt?
Well, like a triathlon or something?
No, you do not understand extreme sports. You just grab the sports part of the extreme sports. In extreme sports, you're doing something somewhat dangerous. Something that's normally high and off the ground, something super fast. You're not going to be playing basketball in an extreme sport.
No, but as an athlete, you always feel some type of a challenge.
You say athlete, you fucking play on a radio softball team.
No, but I'm athletic.
That's not considered an athlete. You beat up Al Dukes when he had the flu. We can't sit there and call you the great one. It can't work out that way, Earl.
Some of these things are going to Earl's head.
No, it's not going to my head. It's just like the competitive nature in me is just saying, why not try it?
All right, we're going to set up a bungee jump for Earl. And now we need 4 other challenges because by the end of the summer, we're going to do Earl Extreme Week. And I doubt any of this stuff is going to come down.
So bungee jump, that is definitely on the list because that's one that Earl has already said he would be more than willing to do.
Yeah.
With his extreme lifestyle.
And you are going to be bridge jumping with this, Earl. It's going to be high. Hopefully, you'll set a world record. That's what I would love to see. Right now I'm working on the Verrazano. That you are going to jump off the Verrazano Bridge go all the way down so just your nose hits the water, and then zip back up. And I think it's going to go great.
I'm up for the challenge.
Here is Will. Will, you're on Ron and Fez.
You two guys sound like $1 million. You know this, right?
Thank you very much, Will. Back at you.
Hey, we need to somehow get Eastside Babe on the Swan. He's about the fucking scariest looking guy I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you very much. Eastside is, what's he doing? He's running the phones. He seems like he's quiet today, so I don't want to go stirring around there, Fez.
Yeah, but maybe we'll talk to him after the reveal.
Hey, Thomas, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ronnie.
Yeah, buddy.
Holding it down for southeastern Pennsylvania.
All
North
right.
Wales. Straight
Okay,
up the
buddy.
R5.
Delco all the way. Here is Don. Don, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddies.
Yeah, buddy.
Dave's doing a great job on the phones, by the way.
Yeah, seems like it. Anytime he's quiet, I'm happy.
Exactly. We got to get Earl on a reality show where he's dating and get him laid, and it should be the Blackula.
The Blackula. Earl, when's the last time you got that dick wet? Let me just go in there. Who was president? I got a feeling it was Ford. That very short Ford administration.
Bush 2.
I look over there, and Earl's got the angel halo going around his head today, from where I can see. It looks exactly like a halo over his head. So you honestly got laid during this administration?
Yes.
All right, that's a shocker.
First or second term?
I would not have bet on it.
Second term.
Someone needs to fix these phones so Ron and Fez can do their show. Every fucking time they get something good going, the motherfucking telephones keep on blowing up. Every fucking time they get something good going, the motherfucking telephones keep on blowing up. Why won't Wiki fix the telephones? Why won't Wiki? Why won't Wiki? How can you build a pyramid without the callers calling in? How can you give out a big-ass prize to losers like me who have no life? The Ron and Fez Show on XM Radio. Ron and Fez Show on XM Radio.
All right, Earl sets out a challenge and blows up the phones. Earl claims that he can do Black Earl Extreme Week. He'll take on any extreme challenge, one a day, going on for 5 days. The first day, Earl, you claim you want a bungee jump.
Yeah, let's strap the big rubber band around my leg, and I'll take the jump.
Off the Verrazano. You would go off the Verrazano Bridge.
Well, that's a little high.
I hope we can book it.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to have you do a 10-foot bungee jump, Earl. That's just called really a dive into a pool.
Brooklyn Bridge, maybe, but Verrazano, remember Saturday Night Fever, what happened to that guy?
No, I don't. You're a little older than me, Earl. I don't go back that far. Hey, Charlie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, fellas, good to hear from you guys.
Thanks.
Hey, Black Girl, I want to see if he can handle a bungee jump, rock climb, do some extreme mountain biking, and some kayaking so we can see him turn white.
All right, these are pretty good so far. Thank you very much. I like the kayaking. Do you feel like you're a kayaker, Earl?
Well, I can't swim, so...
That's part of the extreme thing of it.
But I'll be part of the challenge to see if I can maneuver a boat.
Keep that fucker up.
Keep it up, yeah.
Maybe we could do this. We could do a whole week from the Poconos. Because everything could be set up perfectly from the Poconos right now. Call Wiki with the good news.
It's like a working vacation.
Yeah, it'll be like, I'll take the whole family and act like they owe me. And, we'll do 3 hours. See if you can set that up, Earl. You'll do kayaking. The mountain bike thing, what would he be going down a mountain on a bike?
Yeah, it'd be a lot of jumps, and a lot of like natural jumps and stuff like that, where he's kind of bouncing his bike off of little cliffs.
Yeah, I like that. And what else did they have for him?
I think speedboating was in there.
I don't know about speedboating, because, he'll have some control there. I don't like the fact, though, it's just you and an engine.
Maybe being pulled behind a boat.
All right, Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
What's going on? Yo, I think Earl should do street luge. It doesn't get much more extreme than that.
All right, Earl, would you be willing to street luge?
I'm not sure what luge is. I don't know what.
Explain it to him, Matt.
Well, you got to lay on your back on a skateboard type of thing. It's got 4 wheels, and you go down streets, downhill.
I love it, Earl.
I've done that before. That is absolutely horrifying.
All right, this all sounds good for Earl. This is going to be the summer of the Black Earl Challenge, Black Earl Extreme Week coming up by the end of the challenge. He throws it out today, Fez. The gauntlet's been thrown.
Yeah, that there's nothing on these reality shows that he wouldn't try.
Trucker Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, you need to strap Earl's ass on the back of a bull. Let him see if he can hang on for 8 seconds.
Earl, would you be willing to bull ride? What if we start with a goat, like they do with the little kids, where you just come out holding on to a goat?
Or would you rather be a rodeo clown?
Yeah.
I am the rodeo clown.
Bob, you're on Fez.
Hey, guys, all this physical, jumping off bridges, whitewater rafting, riding bulls, that's nothing. Spend 3 days in one hotel room at the Days Inn in Fort Lee with Crazy Alice and Paulo's wife.
Thank you very much. That's Gail, and I got some bad news. Paulo's wife is back in the nut hut, Fezzy.
Oh, no, again.
Yeah, so I don't know if Paulo's going to be able to talk with us today. Earl, what about this, your extreme challenge? 30 shots of whiskey.
I like that.
I'd die. That's one challenge I cannot do.
You're backing out of that?
Yeah. I'll die. I would literally die.
What about this? And this is my kind of extreme challenge. 2 hits. All I'm asking you to do is like that twice. Black Angel Dust. West Philly Black Dust. Let's fucking do it, Earl. Fucking knick-knack paddywhack.
I like my mind exactly the way it is. I can't do that.
He'll be fucking knick-knack. You know what that is, Fez?
No, I don't.
You stop moving. I have to put him up on a fucking counter like his grandmother owns him. Knick-knack, eh? That's you, Earl.
I look like a mummy.
Yes, that's part of the extreme challenge. The extreme week is on. Black Girl's taking on any challenge. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Here is Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddies.
Yeah, how are you?
Who do you think would last longer in the Big Brother house, Black Earl or Eastside Dave?
Eastside Dave, it wouldn't bother him a bit. Earl gets bothered by people. Earl likes things just so. And Eastside Dave is the type to annoy other people. Dave could be to win this thing by default, just left alone there.
Someone needs to fix these phones so Ron and Fez can do their show. Every fucking time they get something good going, the motherfucking telephones keep on blowing up. Every fucking time they get something good going, the motherfucking telephones keep on blowing up. Wow, wow, wicked. Fix the telephones. Wow, wow, wicked. Wow, wow, wicked. How can you build a pyramid without the callers calling in? How can you give out a big ass prize to losers like me who have no life? The Ron and Fez Show on XM Radio. Ron and Fez Show on XM Radio. Ron and Fez Show 202, channel 202. Every fucking time they get something good going.
There you go. All right, Earl's blown up the phones yet again. It's the Black Earl Extreme Challenge. Earl, I got one for you right now that I've never seen any black guy pull off. Are you ready to take the challenge?
Sure.
Muff dive.
Now that's a challenge.
You guys hate it, don't you?
Well,
it don't have teeth. Get fucking down there. There's no teeth on it.
It's the old line. I won't kiss anything that doesn't kiss back.
Oh, it does, Earl. Trust me when I tell you.
Maybe that'll be the Friday event of Extreme Week.
Earl's trying to take on an Extreme Week. He's blown up the phones twice. What are the things that we've got lined up as possibilities?
Bungee jumping, to start out with. Kayaking.
Right.
Let's see, mountain biking was in there. Speedboating was mentioned. The street luge.
Ooh, that one's going to be tough for you, Earl.
Bull riding and 30 shots of whiskey is one of our favorites so far.
These are just possibilities. And muff diving. Don't leave that out.
Muff diving.
With Earl, I would have to hold his head down the same way as underwater. I would actually have to sit there, put my knee on the back of his neck. What scares you most of all, Earl?
I would probably say the street luge, which I've done, and that's just a terrifying feeling.
Where have you done this at? Queens?
Yeah.
There's no fucking hills in Queens.
The very flat streets of Queens.
You don't remember, as a kid, we used to do it, we used to lie back practically on a skateboard.
Yeah.
And just
yeah, but there's no hills.
But you can go down a hill. There's hills in Queens.
Do you know what the fucking street luge is going to look like, Earl? It's going to look like you're dropping straight down. I bet you've never even been to a water theme park, have you?
No, never.
That may be part of this then. Earl going down one of those chutes in a water theme park.
Oh, Action Park, maybe. I don't know if that counts, but never.
First of all, he'll empty the place. Second of all, I'll have to put Dave down at the bottom with a net to catch him. All right, we're going to take a break. Earl has thrown out the challenge. Earl will do 1 week of extreme sports here on the Ron and Fez Show. We'll be right back.
Ronnie, Fezzy, the Ron and Fez Show, XM 202.
Ron and Fez Show. Coming up later this summer, Black Earl Extreme Week.
I am looking so forward to that.
Earl's taking on the challenge.
We found out today he's extreme. We never knew it before.
This sent to us from Liddy Rules. If you really want to do Extreme Week, send them up to Harlem. They'll see right through that covering. Extra points if he comes back with the white power. Earl, do you feel comfortable walking around black neighborhoods?
I always feel comfortable walking around black neighborhoods.
I never saw you in one. I never see you in a black neighborhood. No, I'm only kidding. Earl, you ever feel nervous in white neighborhoods? I'm always seeing you walk around the white neighborhoods.
No, not at all. I mean, it's America. You should be able to go wherever you want.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, that's true.
And why don't I send Earl? Why don't I send Fez up to Harlem?
Not going to happen.
Kick the stent out of his heart.
Especially if I go up there, like Earl walks around with his camera, I'll go up to Harlem just snapping photos.
Like Narc is in town.
See how well that goes over.
Fez, speaking of you, I got an email here about you from Nicole about your death thing. She says, I'm sure this is not involving any religion. It's an OCD. You wake up all the time at night nervous about dying, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's weird because there are certain times where I just immediately start thinking about my own death.
Yeah.
Middle of the night being one of them.
She says that it's just an OCD that you're reliving over and over. It's not so much a spiritual thing. She says her worst fear of death, that it's just one long panic attack.
Now, there's something I hadn't thought of, and that'll be on my mind for a while.
No one can medicate her and take care of her. We're not here. We've ceased to exist, but somehow we know that we've ceased to exist. Is that the fear that you have?
Man, that pretty much wraps it up right there.
So it's not so much that you don't exist, as that you know that you're not existing.
Yeah, that it's all coming into my mind like that, and that during the transition, I'll go into a panic attack then, and that will be there for eternity. That maybe the transition of it is the scary part.
You worry quite a bit, my friend.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, if you do die, and you're in a panic attack, and you're afraid you have no body, you're just thought, that's the fear now?
Yeah, where it's just racing thoughts and nothing to distract, no other place to go to.
And just go like this. Are you ready? You're just the thought moving through the universe, and you go like this. Suddenly you're a scary ghost. You're a scary ghost.
I will try to pull that out. I will try to remember it. See, all these things are great, but in the middle of a panic attack, you never remember them.
We got into this talk yesterday about your latest fucking midlife thing. I don't know what it is. I can't keep up with them. But you're now in a spiritual, a dilemma of some type, and you're searching.
Yeah, so I'm looking around at some different stuff.
Different things like what?
Well,
Buddhism?
I haven't checked out Buddhism yet, but I find myself more and more interested in, like, other religions. I haven't, like, actually gone to a church, but I was, like, trying to read up on some of the Gnostic Gospels and stuff like that, where it was Gospels that didn't make it into the Bible, that just have a different spiritual belief than the Gospels we're used to.
But here's where your problem is. You have to realize you're not going to get fact. You're going to just get mythology, metaphor, something that you can hold on to. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that you're going to get a solid fact. No human, whether you're the Pope or an atheist, really knows what's 100% scientifically what's going to happen on the other side. That's why I do my thing. Improvise. Slide with it. That's all you can do.
Going with the flow.
Going in that flow is taking you right down the abyss.
Man, that's a long, deep abyss.
Well, just try to do a can opener on your way down. Keep yourself busy. Do stuff.
Something to occupy my mind.
The thing is this. You exist now. One time before you didn't exist. Later you're not going to exist. Roll with it, whatever happens. Improvise. If you do show up, and suddenly God's there going, why weren't you following the Gospels? I laid everything out. You never saw, Pat Robertson? I'm totally ready to go, excuse me, Lord, did you ever fucking get a load of this guy and the shit he spews? Nobody with half a brain down on earth would follow him. You'd be a maniac to follow that guy. Oh, so that's what you meant. I'm on board now. Now I'm ready. If I show up, Fezzy,
right,
and it's Allah there, I'm not going to even act slightly surprised. I'll be like, Allah!
Knew y'all along.
Assalamu alaikum, motherfucker. How are you? Improvise. What happened in your ear, Fez?
Earl just screamed so loud in my ear. He had a panic over there and just screamed it into my ear. I'm sorry.
He had a panic?
Yeah.
About what, Earl?
No, I was just letting him know I didn't know how loud I was. We had to reload delete, so it was down for a minute.
What did he say?
The delete went down, the computer system that we use here at XM.
Earl, you cannot do this in Fez's ear. It doesn't work. Hand a note to one of these guys and have them give it to me. Or move the headphone into mine. That's the two things. We've talked about that before.
Will do.
Trying to save Fez's soul.
And there was no need to just get that excited about it, Earl. The computer system around here goes down constantly.
Fez, I already talked to him. You should be able to handle this, but I'm blaming it on him already. I don't want you piling on. Earl, you're having a good show. You've taken on Extreme Week. It's Earl's Extreme Week. We're all really excited about it. Here is Tony. Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron and Fez.
Yeah.
I got a challenge for Extreme Earl.
Yeah.
How about we put him in a dog training suit and have some police the dogs try to attack him, see how far he can run?
Why does he get the dog training suit? Earl, would you be willing to do that?
I'm not willing, not willing to be chased by dogs.
What about this? We just squirt you with fire hoses.
No, you're not going to hit me with full water pressure.
What if we turn this into Selma Extreme Week? And it's all just the different horrible things that's happened over the years.
And I'm not getting hit upside the head with a billy club either.
One after another. Here is Nathan, you're on Fez.
Hey, Ron and Fez, you guys are great.
Yeah.
Hey, for Extreme Earl Week, why not have him do some competitive eating, like go up against a Wingador from Philly or something like that?
Earl has a terrible stomach. Do you not, Earl?
It's awful. I got the stomach of a 5-year-old.
You can't even eat a dirty water dog.
Well, only one. I used to be able to eat 3 or 4. I only do one now.
Did you struggle? I saw you eating a fried calamari with us the other day. Did you struggle with that later?
Not as much as I thought I would. The calamari was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable at the Palm. Phenomenal. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to talk about Fezzy going to heaven.
Yeah.
Saving his soul.
Yeah.
My take on this is God's all forgiving. So once I get there, he's got to forgive me and let me in, right?
Well, here's the thing. I could tell that God's all forgiving when I see all the African AIDS babies. I go, he must be one sweet, sensitive fella.
Oh, they've got a reward waiting for them.
Yeah, right. First, I'm going to make you suffer as an infant. I'm going to give you extreme pain for a very short time, and then it's pie heaven. Alex, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing, brothers?
Yeah.
I can relate with Fez. That shit keeps me up at night sometimes too. But my big concern is I'm going to miss out on the hovercrafts and the flying cars, and mostly the end. I mean, Ron, you were with me on this one. It's all going to come crashing down pretty soon. I hope I'm here to see it.
This is the end. Yeah, it all does seem like it's going to go that way. In the papers today, now they're claiming this is the hottest the Earth has been. At first, I see 400 years. Now they go back 2,000 years. We are extreme heat, I guess, the Earth's temperatures.
Yeah, Jesus, walking around in the desert, didn't have it as hot as we have now, because the temperatures have consistently gone up.
Nobody listens to Al Gore, though, will they? He's riding around like Paul Revere, like a maniac.
They won't, and even if it's a natural thing, it should be looked into, just to see if it's, the Earth doing something that it's always done.
Yeah, it's all coming down, Fezzy. It's the end times. You know what I say?
What's that?
Dance, motherfucker. That's the game they're playing. Roll with it. When the going gets rough, the weird turn pro. When all else fails, we can whip the horse's eyes. Make him weep and cry. You're going to be fine, Fez. Follow that Indian. Follow that fucking naked Indian through the desert. Last day, drop acid.
This is the end, beautiful friend.
Is that all there is, motherfucker?
This is the end.
You're burning down the shit house, we'll all dance on top of it. What else you got? You feeling it, Fez? You ready for the abyss?
I am preparing for it.
Michael, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, how you doing?
Yeah.
Got an idea for Earl for Extreme Week. You can teach members of the community it's okay to tip waiters and bartenders.
All right, I'm not going to have this turn into a racist thing against our Earl. These are the end times. Check out the Drudge Report. Scientists are predicting it. Religions are predicting it.
Stephen Hawking said get off the planet.
I'm ready, bro. I want to wake up one morning and just see the fucking 4 horsemen riding straight down the street. The first one, I'm knocking them the fuck off.
I think it's pestilence.
Fezzy, you never asked to be born.
Never.
No, you didn't ask to die. You don't get a choice. The only choice you have is how you handle yourself as it's all going down.
Don't see a lot of dignity going that way.
You hit hell. If you're in hell and it's burning up, you know what you say?
What?
Anybody get a jacket? Just fuck with their heads a little bit. Brrr. It's freezing down here.
It's cold.
The children are insane.
What's next, Fez? That's where you're going.
All the children are insane.
If you want, we'll end it right now. I'll shoot you in the head and then myself.
No, don't.
I'll take you through. Me and you. Follow Morrison.
I get there. I'm going, where's Ronnie? Did he follow through on the murder-suicide pack?
If I'm not there, I want you to stay with Kinnison and Lenny Bruce until I get with you. They'll take care of you.
My friend Ron said I could stay here.
Don't leave him with Hitler.
There's danger on the edge of town.
Do you hear it, Fez? You hear who's calling us? That's the blue bus.
Ride the King's Highway.
I want you to get on that snake, Fezzy. Look around the gold mine.
Weird scenes inside the gold mine.
I would be so embarrassed if I got to heaven and made friends with Hitler if he's somehow there.
Baby.
And then you showed up and saw us together.
Ride the snake. Ride the snake to the lake.
Earl will be there first. I'll make sure of it setting shit up for us.
The snake is long, 7 miles. Ride the snake. He's old and his skin is cold.
There's no worries, Fez. Not where we're going.
The West is the best. The West is the best.
Be like, Fezzy, I would like you to introduce you to Dylan Thomas. He's here today. I'd like to have a drink with him.
And we'll do the rest.
Yeah.
The blue bus is calling us. The blue bus.
We're going to take a break here. We'll be right back.
Is calling us.
Ron and Fez.
Driver, where you taking us?
Ron and Fez. XM 202.
We're back with the Ron and Fez show on a Friday. Be sure to check out ronfez.net. Your online source for everything going on with Ron and Fez.
You just call him an online source?
An online source.
Where'd you get that from?
I'm trying to think of where I've heard online source before. I'm sure it's from some other website. I think it was from the Big Brother. CBS.com, your online source for everything Big Brother.
I'm pretty sure ronfez.net is not an online source for everything happening with Ron and Fez. As a matter of fact, it's some people half like us. About half like us, Dave was telling me. Dave, what percentage would you say the ronfez.net people like us anymore? Because he's like, I can't even go there anymore, Mr. B. Bunch of assholes.
The percentage, I would say 20.
20? Just only about 20?
20%.
Wow,
or so.
that's awful.
Well, I mean, I don't mean it like in a bad way.
No,
I just think that
in
it's
a good way.
It's sort of spawned a whole nother subculture of internet and internet people.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. The way that you brought us here with the psychology of us, with the spawning a subculture, the online source has now spawned a subculture. Anyone real on this show? Any real human beings that talk like real human beings?
Me.
Earl, are you real?
As real as I can possibly be, yeah.
No Filter Paul wants to talk to us, Fez. Let's find out what's up with him. Hey, Paul.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
What do you say, buddy?
I'm down here in Cranberry, New Jersey, where Patrick Menachie has finally qualified for the Nathan's Eating Contest on 4th of July.
Wow!
Yes, he did 22 and a half dogs. I'm standing here with Richard Shea, who's the president of the IFOCE, and Pat from Menachie. And I'm going to give you over to Pat, who there's 2 dogs ahead of the guy behind, and he's going to be Coney Island July 4th. Here he is.
Wow, that's so exciting.
Hi, guys.
Pat, congratulations.
Way to go, Pat.
Oh, thanks.
I never missed this. I watched this every 4th of July. This is the first time I got a buddy in the contest. Way to go, pal.
Nice. Hopefully they'll put the cameras on me this time.
Any chance you can win?
Well, considering the record is 53.5.
Yeah.
No.
Any way that maybe you can take that guy? What's the guy who wins every year?
Kobayashi.
Any way you can put a shiv in him and just do something for the U.S.
Well, actually, there is somebody from California, Joey Chestnut. He just qualified with 50 hot dogs.
Uh-huh.
So he's going to give Kobayashi a run for the money.
All right, now after eating 22 today, how you feeling, Pat?
I think the word to use is full.
He's a little full. All right, buddy, congratulations. We'll be pulling for you on July 4th.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
All right, peace out.
All right, Pat from Moonachie making it to the Nathan's hot dog eating contest on 4th of July.
That's pretty damn exciting.
That's huge because it's got to be hard to get in there.
I just got this email sent to us from Quinn. She said somebody said this on ronfez.net, where only 20% of the people, according to Dave, like us. Earl should try extreme hammocking. Extreme hammocking, Earl, what do you think?
It's a nice, I like a hammock. It's a lovely hammock.
You'd have to be able to go days. That's all about endurance, my friend.
Will I be able to whiz?
You can't now. That's part of your problem.
Well, that's true.
That's one of the things that makes you feel so bad.
The race is on to keep humans one step ahead of robots. An international team of scientists.
All right, hold on. Say this again.
All right, the race is on for humans to stay ahead of the robots.
One step ahead of robots. They're that close to us now, Fezzy?
Yeah, they are gaining daily in huge strides.
What robot are we afraid of? Not Asimov, that idiot.
No, I think it's like the little nano robots and stuff, those ones that can recreate themselves. Mm-hmm. And, of course, these computer systems that run everything. So an international team of scientists and academics, they're going to publish a code of ethics for machines as the machines get more and more sophisticated.
So you've lived to this point in life, ladies and gentlemen, where now, like iRobot, there will be a code of ethics for robots. It's unbelievable when you really think we made it to this point. And the fact that these scientists will not pay attention to all the mythology that we have in our life that robots will turn on us. Where these scientists that are building them with artificial intelligence know that in some point those robots will be able to be in charge of us.
Yeah, it's like they can't see the risks and they just have to keep going for their sick goal until they can get a robot that'll think. And, of course, turn on us.
Everything that's in our past, anything that's in our folklore, in our mythology, says that robots will turn bad. If you go Ray Bradbury, go back even further, Jules Verne, this was long before we even could come close to making robots. They would write these stories about robots turning bad. And you know why, Fez?
Why is that?
It's in our DNA. We understand this. The simplest part of us knows that robots are the enemy, and yet we still build anyway. It's somehow like these people have picked up an echo from the future that's bounced back, knowing how this trip is going to end, where machines turn bad. I mean, every society has this story, werewolf. Every society. Wherever you would go in the world, werewolf is something in there, something about the beast man. But at no time would they ever think to themselves, someday we'll have a werewolf in every house, you'll have a werewolf, your neighbor. We're too fucking smart for that. And yet with robots we have a blind spot. And you know what that blind spot is, Fez?
What's that?
I'll tell you, pal. It's our own laziness. We're so fucking lazy that all we want is a robot to do the little things in life for us.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be quite a few people that don't mind being ruled, and when they're actually just finally put into a pod at one point.
Who says they need us? There may be no need for us at all to get rid of us. Robots don't need us to get shit for them.
And robots, it's not like going to war against any other war we've had. Robots aren't going to quit. They're not going to feel any pain. They're not going to feel sad about losses.
Right now, the Army is working on robot warriors. And if you really look at stuff that'll go into a building that there's explosives in, that's really the early version of robots right there. We're really on the first level. actually further along, second level of what we're doing right now with robots. And now we're acting like they're going to have a code of ethics, like they're going to follow it. Forget about it. Robert, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, man, these guys building robots. They've never seen a fucking Schwarzenegger movie. I can't believe we would build anything where we'd have more Arnold Schwarzeneggers running around, for God's sakes.
And, I mean, the Terminator is just one of many, many stories in our folklore about the machines turning bad. Right from the beginning, we knew this was a bad game to be a part of.
I think we're deeper in this already than most people realize. Because, I mean, have a day when your computer goes out. And just how frustrating and almost paralyzing that day is.
But imagine this, Fez. That same computer picks up a gun and shoots you in the face. That's what it's more going to be like. Here is Rick. Rick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, BAC 2025, boys. Hooah! You guys are the best. Here's the problem with robots. Pretty soon, even the illegal immigrants aren't going to have work because robots are going to be doing all the work. So what are we going to do? We're going to get the robots to send them back, going to get the robots to do everything for us. Pretty soon I'm going to be getting blown by a robot. What's going on here, guys?
Well, blown by a robot I would take, but I'll tell you this right now. Watch an oil tanker go by. When I was a kid and lived down along the Delaware River, oil tankers, barges would go by. You would see all these people on them, right? You don't see anybody on those barges and tankers anymore. They don't need people to do that kind of work to it. There'll be like one or two guys on a boat that used to have 50 or 100 guys. Here is Tim. Tim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
I think you're looking at this whole robot thing wrong there, Ronnie.
Give it to me, bro.
I think eventually your mind will be able to be downloaded into a robot body.
You're talking cyborg now.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. When these robots, the artificial intelligence, keeps turning over, becoming more and more, keeps flipping over, expanding, that'd be like, oh, someday we'll put a retard's mind in a supermodel's body. They don't need our fucking puny little brains.
They're going to be able to think so much faster than us. That's going to be the problem fighting them. They're going to be 3, 4, 5, 10 moves ahead.
They say that when this thing turns, Fez, there will be no fight. It'll just be in a nanosecond. It'll hit one point, and boom, they take over. We're out.
We're the ones that just get turned off.
Chris, you're on Fez. Go ahead, Chris.
Matt, what's up, guys? I just wanted to let Fezzy know that they actually already have robots that patrol some military bases that can identify targets and shoot them. They have computerized weaponry on them already.
It's all happening, Fez. We do not stop. We do not stop.
Yeah, we got the drones over in Iraq and Afghanistan. It's all there. It's all robot wars already.
Anthony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, what would you do if you got attacked by Johnny Number 5 from Short Circuit?
You don't stand a chance. I mean, at some point you're acting like, oh, I do this, I do that. No, it's over so fucking quick. It won't even be a war. It'll be just them turning off everything that we need and picking us up one after another.
Yeah, and like let's say if you got into a physical battle, they'll know exactly what your weak points are, where to pinpoint them.
They don't tire.
They never tire.
They never tire. And yet, what are we doing, Earl? We're building these things. I mean, we thought we had a problem with blacks over the years. Forget that when it gets to robots. You're going to fucking rather live in Camden before you are going to be around some robots.
There won't be nothing worse than an uppity robot.
I'd rather live in Oakland every fucking day of my life than I would hang out with one robot.
They're going to go around acting smarter because they are.
Here's Scott. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Fez. How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, just to chime in on what you said about the storage, the ships and stuff. I saw this thing on Discovery Channel. It was about these ships that carry these storage containers.
Yeah.
And it was built in Japan or something. I mean, it holds like 5 million pounds of storage stuff. They don't have one employee on their yard. It's this little cart that drives around, and it's programmed, and it picks up the container, and it transports it to the ship and everything. It was amazing. I mean, they don't even have one employee, so that's not completely out of the picture.
No, I see that all the time. I'm a big fan of the Food Network, and they go to a lot of those factories where you make different kinds of candies or donuts or whatever, and you just see machines.
It's all automated.
There are so few human beings working around industrial plants anymore. And after a while, you got to say to yourself, what do they really need us for?
Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. To turn on the on switch.
Andy, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Listen, I know how we're going to defeat the robots.
Tell me, bro.
What we're going to do is, you have to figure that once we build the robots and the robots, have no need for us anymore and they get rid of us, then what's going to happen is they're going to keep building, right? So they're eventually going to build their equivalent to themselves. Like, the robots are to us as this thing will be to them. You see, so what we have to do is we have to figure out what they're going to build, and we have to build it first.
You get to work on that, Dave, and call me when you're on to something, all right, bro?
Right.
Somewhere, I think he thought that we were going to be laughing, high-fiving, and go, how have we done this show without Dave? Is there any way we could fly Dave here and present him with third mic?
Yeah, a robot could easily take Dave's place, I think. I think there's one spot where they could move right in.
866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ.
America's Got Talent debuted on Wednesday. Big hit. It was the winner of the night. 12.5 million listeners.
Listeners?
I mean,
they're not watching the show?
Viewers. Excuse me.
It's one of those TV shows where they actually turn down the TV and they sit their back to it.
So I don't know how this thing got to be such a big hit, and it's going to last week to week.
Regis is the big hit. I turned it on for Regis.
And it's such a bad show. It's like...
Yeah, but nobody knows that out front. You know what I'm saying? Like, I turned the show on, you turned the show on, we all gave it a watch because we wanted it to be good, but it wasn't. You can't blame people for falling for the hype. Now, if people stick with it, then we'll find out whether it's a hit show or not.
I did watch Master of Champions last night. Now, that one I think I'm into. Where it's the one where they're doing all kinds of weird stunts. Last night they had drift cars actually grating cheese on an on-stage racetrack.
I'm complete. What kind of cars?
Drift cars.
I didn't see this. So what happened?
All right, so it's like this race car that it's like a stunt car, and it's known for like spinning on its side.
Okay, I know what you mean now.
Okay, so they hooked it up with a cheese grater on the outside of it, and these two drift car drivers competed to see who could grate the most cheese, spinning out around this giant wheel of cheese. And then they also had the contortionist that was able to shoot a bow and arrow blindfolded, but with her feet. So, I mean, these are crazy acts, but this is worth watching. This is something you can actually enjoy.
Bill, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, the America's Got Talent show, that's just a rerun. It used to be called The Gong Show.
You know, the difference was that the Gong Show would have some funny judges making fun of it. When you have a show where David Hasselhoff is the smart, cool one, you're fucked. You have nothing there. Here is, let me go to Jack. Jack, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man.
Picture this. The president being an android and, like, the few powerful 50 people running him, making decisions for him.
What's he talking about, Fez?
That one day the president will be a robot? I doubt it. Canada has raised its age of sexual consent from 14 years old to 16.
Earl, cancel my vacation plans and send me back to Costa Rica again. 9 straight vacations to Costa Rica.
So they're going to allow age 14 as the age of consent as long as the sexual partner is no more than 5 years older.
Earl, get me some fake ID that says I'm 19.
So 19-year-olds can still sleep with 14-year-olds in Canada. That's perfectly fine. That's legal.
You know, I think my Earl bit was too close to Ramon.
But anyone else, now you have to wait till they're 16. And Canada was saying, yeah, we needed to pass this because too many sexual predators were showing up in the country.
Well, you're not a sexual predator if it's legal.
Yeah, if it's consent. But they said it was attracting the wrong kind of visitors to the country.
Asians?
They're thinking that they could get away with the 14-year-old excuse.
Well, you could get away with it. That's just like saying the drinking age is 14. You're not breaking the law if you're drinking at 14. You've set a rule up that at that point everybody agreed to was fine. You can't blame people for staying inside the law. You can only blame people for breaking the law.
And they also said it made them look so uncivilized compared to other countries like in Europe and the United States, where there's at least a 16-year-old consent law.
Well, if you're worried about looking uncivilized, get rid of the fucking beards and flannel shirts. You look like you live with an axe in your hand. And I love you, Canada. Look at me. Look at me, you northern bastard. I love you. But you can't dress like that and act like you're part of this century. Whether or not you sleep with your kids or not has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I hope the age of consent doesn't include daddy.
What?
Today is, in this country, it's Bring Your Dog to Work Day. Different companies allowing dogs in the place.
Get me my Greyhound. Anybody here bring their dog to work? Oh, stop. Everybody's pointing at Eastside Dave. That is so mean. You're engaged, Dave, and she's wonderful.
I have the feeling this is something that's going to turn out to be an everyday policy in some companies. Just people dragging their dogs into work with them, like they're their children. I'm so glad no one brought a dog in here today. I am just not a dog fan.
I don't think any of us own dogs.
No, I don't.
If we did, I'd have one in here with me.
And then I can't wait to hear the stories from Bring Your Dog to Work Day of how many dogs shit and pissed in a cubicle.
Well, if we were going by that, Dave, again, has already done quite a job for himself. Here's Saul. Saul, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Fezzy.
Yeah.
That law about 14-year-old, if you're an American and you go there, you could be charged in America for sleeping with a minor.
Oh,
as an
very
American,
good
if
point.
you go there.
Just because it's not a law in their country, if you're an American, doesn't mean you're not free to do it as an American.
Oh, okay. So there are some borders up on this 14-year-old thing.
Well, American ones. In other words, if you're an American, he's saying it doesn't give you the right to go back and even if you're another country and do something like that. We have that set up. Here is Donald. Donald, you're on Ron and Fez. Hey, Donald.
Yes.
Yeah.
Canada saying, you can't come here and fuck our 14-year-olds. It's like Amsterdam coming and saying, you can't fly over here and smoke our pot.
Thank you very much. Brian, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, I just found out that my wife is going to be in a wedding in October with Eastside Dave.
Your wife is marrying Eastside Dave?
I wish she was. No, she's actually going to be walking with Eastside Dave in this wedding, so I'm just wondering if there's anything I should be worried about.
Drooling, I would imagine.
Drooling.
Dave, are you in a wedding?
I'm going to be in a wedding, my brother's wedding, yeah.
Well, who's Brian? Do you know his wife?
I don't know your wife exactly. Well, can you give me your first name? Her first name?
Megan.
I mean,
why do you look like you're in a blind panic? Like this is some kind. Why are you now terrified to walk into this room and act like I have no idea what this is about? I really couldn't tell you.
Sorry.
What are you saying to us?
What I'm saying is you have nothing to fear from me, Brian. I'm not going to do anything.
You constantly feel like you're in trouble, don't you?
No, it's not that. It just seems it's such a weird day.
We are so close to breaking him. We are so close.
No, it's just a weird day.
TikTok.
All right, what is going on, Dave? What's happening in the booth?
No,
Earl and you again?
No. Actually, Earl and I have been just
What is happening
pals.
in the booth?
The phones is a problem.
The phones
they go
are blown up.
And when it happens, we're constantly behind. And it's just we're shorthanded today as it is because there's no Pitts or Johnny and shit like that, and we got Rob.
Shit right now. You consider them shit? Rob's doing a terrible job?
No, Rob's doing a great job. But Matt, our other new intern, he had to go because one of his family members is doing something.
I wish I cared. Now, don't call them by those names because next week we're going to name the interns.
All right, great.
Okay, you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
And Fez, this on the instant feedback here at ronandfez@AOL.com. What kind of ethics is being set up for who?
For robots.
Okay, this is what it's saying. The word is robot, and you say...
Robots.
You say robot.
Oh, robot.
Yeah, robot. I didn't even notice all this time. Did you, Dave?
I caught it a couple of times. It was very distracting.
I didn't even catch it when you were saying it to me then. I'm going, robots, right?
Robot is the word.
He sometimes puts the stress on the first syllable.
Syllable.
Of words. Robot and Bin Laden or something like that. I don't know. You have some weird pronunciation.
Okay.
Where you put the stress on the first syllable, and it's very... Syllable.
I know I've never said robot and referring to robot.
What do you say?
Robot.
No, the way you say it sounds like a rowboat. Like we have a fear of rowboats taking over the country. I didn't even notice that you were doing it.
Yeah, me neither.
It sort of sounded like robot, though. Robot.
There is no way that I said robot.
Now you got him all upset again because he's already paranoid.
Because I'm thinking about it in my head, I'm going, no, even I would know robot isn't the word for robot. Robot.
What do you say?
Robot.
That's robot. That was close to robot. That's closer to my best pronunciation.
Earl, what do you hear?
I hear robot. Now you got me saying it.
I say robot.
That's pretty
much. Why are you making up your own word then? You say robot. You say robot.
Yeah.
What you say
instead of bot.
Yeah.
That's my problem. I don't say bit.
But you put the stress on the first syllable.
And that's wrong?
Yeah, no, it's robot. Second syllable, robot. Robot. Not robot. Everyone knows that.
Robot.
Why do you feel like you can come in here and laugh at my partner?
Sorry.
When you panicked over a wedding.
I know. There's something going on with this wedding that you seem so guilty.
No, it's my brother's wedding.
That's so funny. You would say that at a wedding. I don't understand.
It's my brother's wedding, but a mysterious Brian, I mean, I need some clues here, you know? I don't know everyone is going to be... There's going to be 200 people there.
So, but not in the wedding. How many people are in the wedding?
Oh, in the wedding party?
Yes, Megan is in the wedding with you.
I don't even think I'm in a best man. My brother hasn't told me that.
You're probably an usher.
Well, could you let me know, Wally? Because I've been waiting
Wally? Your brother's name is Wally there, Beeve?
Wally, yeah.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I'm sure he wants to use Eddie Haskell. Here's Jim. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Ronnie. How you doing today?
I'm not ready to answer that question.
Hey, I got a question for Earl.
Go ahead.
I want to know if he knows which rock icon today was once a lead guitar player for Rick James.
I know this one. Do you know it as Neil Young?
Neil Young.
Ronnie, you beat me.
Well, it's not a matter of beating you. It's like going, name the person who played bass for the Beatles. Fez?
Paul?
Yeah, nice. Robot. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
I was wondering maybe Fezzi's mispronouncing robot because he's fantasizing about a row of butts in front of him.
Wow, that's a leap.
Yes,
that's a leap.
That's what it was. You got me. All I could picture was naked asses in front of me. That's why I've been saying robot for all of my life.
Fez, when you do that kind of sarcasm, people just believe you.
It is sarcasm, people.
It's not coming off that way.
Sarcasm.
It just sounds like you're talking about a lot of man-ass, and it's nerve-wracking.
Wait, this is why I think of Fez doing the robot. He pronounces Batman. You've heard that, Ron.
When have I said Batman?
Oh, my God. Yeah, exactly. You call him Batman, don't you?
Batman and Robin.
Batman!
I guess I do.
First syllable.
Hey, what do you know?
I was trying to think. Who the fuck is Batman? It sounds like a neighbor from something. Like, here's my neighbor, Batman.
Batman Begins. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. It's Batman. What the hell goes on?
I'm in such a damn hurry that I've got to make that last syllable as short as possible.
No, it's the first syllable that needed the accent. Batman.
Yeah. See, I'm doing the
I never fucking ever saw this.
I'll think of other ones, but he's got a few more in the bag.
Did I do it with Superman today? No, Superman, I say, right?
Yeah, and then you say Batman. Oh, excuse me, Batman? Robin is here, and...
and he's working on some robots.
And he wants you to talk to Commissioner Godun.
Gordon. That I can say, right?
Wow, this is weird. You fucking must sit back there and just watch over him like a hawk, picking out every fault he has.
Oh, I do, yeah. I analyze him.
Why? Why do you do that to me?
And I often will sit and listen to tapes of Fez under my Fez shrine in my apartment, which I should take photos of.
See, here's the weird thing, Fezzy. You pushed Mikey D away. He had unconditional love for you.
Right?
You brought in this guy who, face it, is a cancer to you. He just looks for you to weaken you every chance he gets.
He has all the same obsession, but none of the love, none of the affection for me.
No, I love you. I do. I really do.
He's obsessed, but it's what driving me insano.
Fez, there's a brand new comic book here. It's called Buttman versus the Robot. Robot. I can't even say robot. Is that what you say?
Robot.
Yeah.
Robot.
I don't say robot. I say robot.
But you do say Buttman.
Batman. Yeah.
Out of all the jobs there are in the world, why pick up public speaking? It's such a struggle.
I had assumed all this time that I was doing it right. I never realized I was mispronouncing these words.
Hey, Mark, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. I think the true test is to see if any of you can even say rowboat 3 times real fast.
Rowboat.
No, fast.
Rowboat.
How'd you get through, Mark?
Rowboat.
How'd you get through, Mark? Oh, he's in Indiana. I'm sure it's all a struggle there. Here is Shane. Shane, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies. Hey, Fezzy adds a U to Osama bin Laden's name. He says Osama bin Laden.
Yep.
Loud.
It's Laden. Shut up.
I've heard that I've messed that one up before, but I really could care less that I've gotten the terrorist mastermind's name wrong.
There's another one that he has, Mr. B, the nuclear bombs. Mm-hmm. He has a real bizarre, fucked up pronunciation about that.
What's he do?
Nuclear?
Nuclear or something you say.
Oh, yeah, nuclear. Yeah, instead of nuclear.
Now he has another syllable.
I have practiced that one. I cannot say nuclear all in one word. I have to... Nuclear. And
there's no U in it.
Right. Nuclear.
It's like N-E-W-C-I.
Yeah, it's N-U and then the word clear. But every time I try to say it, the U still comes out in it.
I got an email yesterday that goes, "What the fuck was Fez reading in the middle of this show that had a bunch of numbers in it? I couldn't even. You were doing something about percentages.
Oh yeah,
and they said that you just by the end of it, they had no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah, I totally got lost in that one myself. I shouldn't have attempted."
What was it? I don't even remember.
It was that Newsweek survey on people thinking their thoughts on hell.
Oh, yeah, right. And then you just started 83%, 41%, 6, and it just went on and on and on. It was all... Why are you laughing at him?
Here comes a sharp pencil.
Ow.
That proves that you're wittier than him. When you hit him with a pencil, it proves you're smarter.
I got some skin, though.
Yeah, I hope there's lead poisoning as well.
Let's not make a big deal out of it. Here's Ty. Ty, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Fez, is it Taco Bell or Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
Yep.
Is that right? Taco Bell.
That's right. You got it.
Yeah. I go to Taco Bell for a gordita. Is it gordita?
Here's John. John, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing there, buddy? Go ahead, Johnny. Going once, twice?
No. Is it me?
Yes, I guess, if your name's
okay.
John.
I apologize. I was just listening to the World Cup wrap-up on Channel 148 XM.
Yeah.
And there's a guy, one of the commentators sounds just like Fez. You got to pull some audio. It's hysterical. I thought I was listening to your show until I realized that they were talking about sports. Like man stuff.
All right, the guy on 148, is he on there right now? Is there any way we can listen to the other stations while we're on, Earl?
It's 148.
I think it just wrapped up at the top of the hour. But we'll go in the other room and try to pull some audio.
All right, we'll try to get a hold of that. But maybe Fez is moonlighting with World Cup talk on 148. And Peru beat the hell out of Japan 3-1.
Fat Ronaldo scored both goals for Brazil.
Well, they had 4 goals, so both goals are only half. the goal.
Oh, 2 goals. Screwed that up.
Here's Tony. You're on Ron and Fez.
Sorry, man. Your imitation got me, man. Hey, I was just going to say, you can't pick on Fezzy. How can you expect a Canadian to pronounce words a boot right?
Yeah, that is true. Although you're from Florida, right, Fez?
Yeah, I was born in Florida.
Born and raised?
Born and raised.
Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Fezzy.
Yeah, buddy.
Is it taste of lemon or twist of lemon?
It is fucking twist of lemon.
All right, let's not get back there again.
I think we all know what happened a week ago today with Taste of Lemon.
All right.
When I said over and over again the wrong name of Chris Lemon's new book.
See, this is what always happens. When we're all having fun, now Fez remembers that Dave and Earl fucked him up, and I don't want to go back to that spot. I want this to be a happy Friday. Or at least a happy Monday.
Taste of Lemon.
Yeah, we apologize for that taste twist mix.
All right, then you just drop it right now. Don't bring up anything else.
I'd believe it if it wasn't said through a snicker.
Yeah,
we apologize.
All right. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
All right, here we go. Fez is to public speaking as Michael J. Fox is to surgery.
All right, you guys, that's enough. Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, whenever Fez tries to say pussy, it comes out sounding like cock.
I know that's not right.
Later,
guys. No, you're not ringing that bell.
Time for the big-ass prize closet. Good call. Hold on, Dan.
Man, you're getting a DVD copy of Chuck Berry, Hail, Hail, Rock and Roll. This 2-DVD set includes the original film featuring Chuck Berry, Keith Richards, and Eric Clapton, all from Imagine Entertainment.
And not only that, Fezzy, there's a little more. It will be signed by Chuck Berry's illegitimate son, Black Earl. So this is a wonderful, wonderful wrong.
Earl, let me just ask this. What is the name of this DVD? Just so I have it clear.
Hail, hail, Chuck Berry, hail, hail, rock and roll.
Okay. Ronnie, would you like to see the plug I got?
What do you got, Fezzy?
Oh, Chuck Berry, hail, hail, rock and roll. There's an extra and roll.
All right. See, now we're getting to this point where we're all having trouble. Dave, did you type that up?
I did on the plug sheet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tell me again how we're laughing at Fez. And tell me again how this will never happen again. Remember that was Fez's problem with plugs the other day?
Yeah.
We got the never will happen again?
You're right. And this time... No, I'm not
hysterical,
laughing.
Isn't it?
I'm
Remember, even earlier today, he came to us and he goes, look, if you need to, I'll read the plugs from now on. And he was being 100% sincere.
Yeah, maybe that would be easier.
All you have to do is type them correctly as I try to keep a lid on myself.
Okay.
Hail, hail, rock and roll. I mean, not even making sense. Now it's not even like Taste of Lemon, where it's like, okay, that could be Taste of Lemon. I mean, it's in the realm of possibility.
My regret is that you didn't already read it first and get really angry. Here is Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing, buddies?
I'm not ready to give out that information right now.
The FBI will be with you later. Hey, I want to know why Fez thinks all superheroes are Jewish. You know, Batman, Spider-Man, Superman.
Just Batman, sir.
Why don't you start saying Superman? Can I get Superman in here right away? There's something wrong with this work. Superman. Now, there is already something coming up that Superman is supposed to be Jewish, right?
I don't think Superman's supposed to be Jewish.
Earl?
Yeah, Newsweek ran a story about the religious backgrounds of various superheroes.
Right.
And they were several Jewish scholars are making the argument that Superman has to be Jewish, and then
I saw a guy on CNN claiming that this week too. But also remember the creators of Superman were Jewish guys. So they were acting like, well, they put in some kind of Jewish traditions. But he's in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Not a lot of Jews there.
There's no
And
Jews
remember, his really, he is an alien. He has some kind of red sun god that he probably prays to.
Ra, I think is what that sun god's name is.
Here's Turtle, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey there, Dave. You feeling pretty strong calling out your mentor Fez on his pronunciation of things?
No, I'm not calling him out.
Oh, I think you are, buddy. You feeling strong?
No.
Is today, big man? Today the day you take Fezzy down? Is that what it is?
No.
I know the day's coming sooner or later, Fez.
I'm right here, you redheaded stepchild.
I'm not taking anybody down. I'm discussing these little quirks that make us all lovable in our own way.
Here is Jeff. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Fezzy, you are the Ron Burgundy of radio. If David put a question mark at the end of Hail, Hail, Rock and Roll, you would have read it. Hail, Hail, Rock and Roll.
All right, I'm saying this. You do have improvisational skills, do you not, Fez?
Yes, I do.
Let's throw the papers out then. Let's get rid of the papers. And I think you'll be happier.
But I won't know what the name of anything is.
Yeah, but remember yesterday, 83% of 65% of Methodists, putting the percent to the percent. I remember what I said at the end of that, too. What?
That was totally confusing. I don't know why they can't do a poll where it's just 51% of people say this. Why they have to keep breaking it down into different groups.
But why did you care? I mean, you read it. You brought it from home. What were you thinking was going to happen? That it was going to be great?
Yeah, that I thought it was interesting, different people's thoughts on hell, and I had read it at home. It caught my eye there, and I had circled it, and I'm going, and when I read it in my head, it seemed to make sense. When I said it out loud, nothing. Nothing there whatsoever. Just a mess.
What part made sense to you, though? What got it into you?
I thought it was interesting that there was a certain percentage of people that said they knew somebody that was going to hell in their personal lives, and that it was different for Catholics and Protestants of reasons for going to hell.
Oh, now you got me all confused a bit again. I have no idea. You know what? Can you tell what he's talking about?
Well, the interesting part was that 20%, only
20% of 15%. Which is how many when you really... I think we're looking at 8 or 7.
2%.
Tiny, I know that.
Pat, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, explain to me how Superman could be Jewish. How would they circumcise him? What would they use to do it with?
His own heat vision.
Oh.
Same way he shaves, right, Fez?
Yeah, he shaves by bouncing his heat vision off of a mirror and then back onto his face.
John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Fezzy, he puts a U instead of an A-N in everything. When he went down to Graceland, he said Graceland.
He does pronounce it Graceland. That's another first syllable disaster right there.
That was wrong the way you said it?
No, it's Graceland.
I'm going to Graceland. Graceland in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm going to Graceland.
I think it's supposed to be Graceland, like Disneyland, not Graceland.
Why are you so excited and backing up every caller? No. You feel like any fucking witch hunt against Fezzy, and you're there with a torch.
No.
He just cheers. As he hears a caller say something, he practically jumps out of his chair and waves his pom-poms.
All right, where did you go with Elfish?
I went to Graceland. You're going to get another pen, you laughing hyena.
Now, Fez, there's a girl in New York City. She calls herself the Human Trampoline. So where did you go?
Graceland. Memphis, Tennessee.
Don't worry about them, Fez. You're unique.
I'm a unique snowflake.
You went to Graceland. City King. Ball busting a lot, Dave.
Oh, no.
The Mississippi Delta was shining like a national guitar.
We'll get to the hook and we'll see the way Paul Simon said.
I am following the river down the highway through the cradle of the Civil War. I'm going to Graceland, to Memphis, Tennessee. I'm going to Graceland.
How do you say it, Fez?
Graceland.
Poor boys and pilgrims with families, we are going to Graceland.
London.
My traveling companion is 9 years old. He's the child of my first marriage. I have reason to believe we all will be received in Graceland.
Sounds right to me.
Best part of the song.
Comes back to tell me she's gone. As if I didn't know that.
as if I didn't know my own Fez.
As if I'd never noticed the way she brushed her hair from her forehead. And she said, losing love is like a window in your heart. Everybody sees you're grown apart. Everybody sees the wind blow.
All right, Fez, I just want you to say words the way you want to.
Thank you.
If it's Graceland, move on with it.
Graceland, Batman.
that you said it right. Oh, that was right.
That time.
You finally fucking said it right. You say, how does he say it?
Batman.
Batman.
It comes out the wrong way anytime there's anything after the word Batman.
Batman, Graceland,
Batman and Robin, Batman Begins.
Hey, BJ, you're on Ron and Fez.
Oh, guys, you're talking about Batman and Superman. I think we're missing the big head of the summer. Aquaman, Vincent Chase.
Vinny Chase is going to make it happen. He's going to have the biggest film of the summer. My new prediction right now is that
he beat Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's all going to start and get too big for Vinny Chase. Like, right last week is the first time we saw girls chasing him, and all of a sudden now it's going to be the problems of being big.
You think there'll be like a rehab situation?
No. But up to this point, he was on the brink. I think he's
Right.
still going to say a fun show. I think partying is a big part of it. And I think all the people that produce the show, those millions of producers, I think they're all party guys too. So I don't think they're going to try to take the fun out of it, but I think they're going to start and try to show the dark side. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. Fez and I have argued a lot about Aquaman over the years anyway, or Aquaman, as he's now known, because I've always said that Aquaman eats fish, and Fez, you said he doesn't.
I said no, the fish are his friends. He's not going to eat them. They're his allies. They're his trusted companions.
I can't imagine being friends with a fish, no matter what you're doing. I can't imagine that you're going to have that body that Aquaman has on sea kelp. You're not going to get that ripped.
I think it doesn't make sense that he would call like a swordfish to help him 1 minute and then eat it the next.
Well, he's not calling on him to help, like the swordfish answers back. What he's doing is forcing him to do it. He's got the mind over you'll see him like use shrimp to send them into a motor and destroy the motor or whatever. Well, those shrimp are being destroyed. Why not just pop them in your mouth and enjoy? Keep on moving. Earl, where are you on in this?
You know, I think Aquaman would enjoy a nice tuna fish sandwich every once in a while.
I think he's probably having fucking fish go directly into his mouth. It's like the freshest sushi ever.
I think Aquaman eats fish because, as you kind of said, I think he's always brainwashed the fish.
Right, he forces them through his telepathy.
He's actually quite evil when you really think about it, because he's forcing them to commit like Harry Curie.
What is it? Well, you're making Harry Carey.
Suicide.
But here's the deal. It's not that it's evil, because he just sees them as tools anyway. That's like saying we're evil for eating a steak.
I don't know. It seems pretty wrong to me that, you know, he wouldn't see them as part of the earth, part of the sea.
Well, do you see a fucking cow as part of the earth? It is.
Sometimes I do feel a little guilty, but I just love them so much. They taste so good.
The best way I like animals is eating. And that's the truth. When I say I'm an animal lover, I mean on my plate.
I feel genuinely guilty sometimes. Like, there's no reason for me to be eating a cow.
The only time I ever get weird about it is like chicken wings, where I really go like, I'm sucking on a bone here. That is really someone's bone. And when you really think about it, do we need to eat meat? I mean, you do see vegans survive.
I think we do, though, because I always give the dinosaurs argument. There was carnivores and herbivores in the dinosaur world. Why wouldn't that translate to humans?
Well, maybe we're a little more advanced. Maybe we have moved up the evolutionary scale from a big fucking dumb Bronto. But here's the weird thing, and I'm first of all, I eat steak. I'm not going to lie to you. I eat chicken. I eat ribs. Fucking crush it. But anytime I read something about a genius, they always tend to be at least a vegetarian. People like Einstein, on and on and on like that.
Sir Paul.
So many brilliant people go, I can't eat flesh. It is kind of disgusting when you think about it.
Especially if you get bad meat, You know, like bad chicken.
It doesn't take long. Leave it out for a little too long, and it fucking looks disgusting right away. Like when you just cut a steak, it looks perfect when you're taking it off. Leave it on the table for like 10 minutes and come back. Oh, it's fucking filthy.
It'll go gray into green.
Oh.
You ever get a feather on a chicken wing?
I never have. You bring it up, and I've never been in that situation.
That is the thing that will immediately flash me back to, used to be a live animal instead of just a piece of food sitting there.
Have you ever gotten a feather? He claims it happens to him all the time.
I get them all the time. Let's order some wings. I guarantee you there'll be a pin feather on one of them.
I'll fucking eat them up. I'll crush those things. I'm starving right now. Earl, you got a bucket of wings over there?
We just ran out.
Somebody's been eating wings. Here's Mark. Mark, you're on Fez.
Hey, buddy. You know, in the spirit of Aquaman, I don't know if any of y'all remember, I think it was a mid-'70s cartoon called Marine Boy.
Sure, Marine Boy.
Yeah, he used to chew aspergum to breathe underwater.
Well, I don't know if it was aspergum. It was some kind of oxygenated gum, yes.
Yeah, and he had a little electrified boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, hey, Fez, I don't think you need to worry about it with in terms of the meat eating, as that would be normal for you. So.
Doing a gay thing at you, Fez.
Oh. Well, it just came out so fast and lightning quick from him that it got past me.
Yeah, it's witty. It was pretty witty. Maybe you like the cock and also the balls beneath the cock. Sheepy Fez, he must have off work today or he's fired again. He claims Superman is Catholic.
Catholic?
Yeah.
Not Catholic, because, again, Midwest, if anything, he'd be a Baptist. You know.
I do think Batman is Catholic, though. He is so guilt-ridden and shamed and vengeful. The Catholics are a vengeful people. Anytime the Catholics, the Irish, the Italian, Spanish get together, there's always one thing they say. We got to get even with those fuckers. Every part of those people are always the ones that are trying to even up.
Superman's probably part of that Westboro Baptist Church in Kansas with Shirley Phelps Roper.
Here's BCH. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
So what we found out, I think, is that sometimes when Fezzy sucks on a bone, he gets a pin feather stuck in his mouth.
Yeah, I get a pube joke. See, Fezzy, they're lining up against you, and I'll tell you why. Eastside Dave came running in here giving out all your faults.
Yeah, it all started with robots.
No.
Thank you, Eastside Dave. Thank you for being my pal. Thank you for being on my side, my friend.
Team Watley.
Sorry.
If you ever want to make the trade, I believe I'll turn Dave around.
I'll make the trade.
No. But I got to get something back.
What do you get back?
$1,000.
$1,000 to take him.
If you give me $1,000, I will make the trade.
$1,000 to get Earl.
Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Dave, that's Bobby Big Rigger. What's going on, guys? I got card number, fill in the blank.
All right, I got Dave Big Rigger here.
Yeah, right. Hey,
white people are so scared of black people.
Big Rigger. Big Rigger.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right. Hey, Fez, I was wondering if you could do me a favor. You land me $20 so I can go down to Graceland.
You're a little smartass, aren't you, Big Rigger?
White people are so scared of black people.
Rigger.
White people are so scared of black people.
It's really true when you think about it. It's really true. JC, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Yeah.
I got a story in a new Superman trade. Superman is consulting a Catholic priest for advice.
The only people who do that are Catholics.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Fezzy, if you ever went to a Catholic priest for advice, get the fuck out of here. I ain't giving you any advice.
He wouldn't talk to me even if I had, serious problems?
Yes, he would tell you right away, start catechism classes. And then when you're finished and you are a standing member of the church, yes, I'll be willing to talk with you. Why don't you look into the Catholic faith, Fezzy?
The Catholic faith would be really good for me because I like structure. I like things set in a certain way.
What
And
are
boy,
you
you can't get more structured.
Perfect. You go to Mass with me every Christmas Eve. So this will be perfect. I'm going to put this in for the 24th of December. Meet Fez at church after drinking. All right, there we are. Got it in. That's in my BlackBerry.
One day out of the year.
People are so scared of black people.
Here is Sam. Sam, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Ron, I'll cover half of that $1,000 to get Earl on Fezzy's team.
All right, you'll come up with $500?
Sure. You got the poor guy's hands are tied behind his back with the Moni Boston Marathon.
You know what? Here's the beauty of it, too. If I made the switch as a coach and Fez goes on a winning streak, it's still going to take him 6 months of straight wins before he catches me. I can really sit here for the next 3 months and figure out how do I get Earl back.
And then, for the rest of my career, I'm going to have to hear, he did it with someone else's team.
True. That is true.
I'm going to have that problem facing me.
Please don't trade me.
John Gooden. I would be so fucking tough on you if you were on my team.
Please don't trade me.
And you know what? Everybody always talks about this. O&A can't be more shocked by how well Earl has performed here. Because you are night and day from NEW Earl. But you know what the biggest difference is?
What's that?
Me as a mentor. Because unlike the way you treat this redheaded idiot, I'm on Earl constantly, making him better. In the morning, he's running the 40 over and over and over. I've got him working out, preparing for the show. You let this redheaded bastard run wild.
Maybe that's the idea, Dave. Early morning calisthenics before the show starts.
I'll do it for you, Coach.
No, you won't.
All right, I got a little update, spy report. Sheepy was sent home early because the boss says it was too hot. So he's not fired. He was just sweating quite a bit.
Okay. I thought maybe you got sent home because of the take your dog to work day.
And Sheepy is part of the 20% of RonFez.net that like the show. Dave has been telling us that 80% do not like the show. And I'm glad to hear about it. Here's Greg. Greg, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Just wanted to say, didn't Jerry Seinfeld go to see a priest in one of the episodes?
Yeah, that's a documentary that you're watching. Seinfeld is a documentary.
Nice.
Fez, you know what you would? I'll play the part of the priest, and you play it yourself.
Okay. Hello, Father.
Yes.
I have some problems that I need.
Excuse me, I didn't get your Catholic card. Where's your Catholic card?
Oh, I don't have a Catholic card. I'm Lutheran.
Get the fuck out of here,
Father.
Get the fuck out,
Father, please.
And that would be that quick. Your ass would be out of that church. And probably a couple altar boys just kicking you in the head, putting the boots to you.
God, that would be embarrassing. And sad, too. I would have my feelings really hurt about that.
Hurt, or you'd be sitting there with a boner just laying in the parking lot, just more excited than you've ever been in your life.
I would not have wood in the church parking lot.
Why bring it up, then? Why bring it up? No, and you can't blame them. Why should they give out free information to the unclean? They're there for Catholics. They work for us. They're doing the heavy lifting.
But you would think anyone in the clergy would be there to help everybody, that would be the mindset, that all souls need help.
Then go to a Muslim cleric, Fez. Is that what you're after?
No.
I wouldn't go to your church. You know why?
Why?
The fucking reverend's dressed just like me. You got no style about you. Guy walks up in a T-shirt, hey, with a bandana over his head. Hey, how's everybody doing? Time to sit around and start talking about Jesus.
Casual.
That's nothing. What's so casual about this? It's ridiculous. This is a formal situation, Fez. It's the Catholic Church, the biggest organization in the world, the biggest landholders in the world.
And like Fez's church, or like Lutherans, I don't even think they kneel during Mass.
He kneels.
No, but I mean, there's no like standing, sitting, kneeling the way we Catholics do it.
We rise and sit.
But no kneeling, see? So
we kneel at communion, at the Holy Eucharist. We kneel.
Holy? Was it blessed by a priest?
No.
Then it's not holy, my friend.
It's blessed by the pastor.
That's not blessed. Where did you get that gimmick from? You got it from the Catholics, right?
Right.
The only time that becomes the body of Christ is after it's been through holy water and the Catholic priest blessing it. Other than that, that's why you're allowed to carry it around in trays, and it's no big deal. It's only after it's blessed.
Transubstantiation.
You, my friend, are getting bad bread. We're having the body of Christ. You're getting bad bread. Look at this Miami Heat heading down the street, celebrating.
They're squirting hoses?
Well, you don't know how hot it is down there.
Oh.
You're fucking glad to have somebody squirt you.
It's crazy hot there.
Yeah, it's like, literally, it's like being on the sun when you live in Miami. Now, I just saw a picture of Flathead. He's in the crowd. He was very, very excited. But our other friend, Fez El Jefe, he, after the Dallas Mavericks lost the other night, and unlike you, Dave, he's a real Dallas Mavericks fan. He grew up in Dallas. That's his team way before they got to the finals. He and I got this from J-Dubs. When he lost, when the Mavericks lost, he went out, sat down next to a lake near his house for 3 hours and contemplated in his head why God hates him so much. He just sat there for 3 hours alone wondering why he's doomed. And finally I had to let him know, God hates you because you're Mexican. And it's not personal. It's more of a racial thing God gets involved in.
I mean, it seems to be the obvious reason. I don't know if there's anything else in El Jefe's personal life.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's the place to start on the laundry list. I mean, why bother God for 3 hours on that?
Fez, you want to be a Catholic? You want us to book you into a church to get you a chance to talk?
Yeah, book me into a church. Let me see what it's all about.
Book him. Make sure I get the commission when he signs. Tell him to hit him hard. I know this guy. He's going to fucking cave and sign the paper.
There's a bird dog fee?
I'm going to get 15% of everything, all your tithings over the next 10 years.
15 of my 10.
Yeah. 10% of 15% of people living in the lower 20% of Graceland find out about Batman.
You get a finder's fee?
Mm-hmm. There's a little something up front.
20% maybe?
I wish I had the same deal with AA. I'd be fucking rich right now. Here's Steve. Steve, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, Fezzy just wants to be a Catholic so he can be an altar boy and provide service to the Father.
All right, that's enough. I'm not going to.
That's offensive to me because
Yeah,
I was an altar boy for 6 years.
Really? So did your ass bleed? All right, let's move on. I don't want to be blasphemous here today, okay? I don't want you to make up a lie about you being an altar boy.
I was an altar.
You weren't an altar boy. You were a water boy, and that wasn't a church. That was for the basketball team.
I was a damn good altar boy too. During the Eucharist, you know, sometimes you have the altar boys hold these little golden plates.
Yeah.
When people are getting the Eucharist, the priest puts the Eucharist in the recipient's mouth.
Right.
An altar boy stands underneath them. Someone actually missed their mouth. The priest went to put the Eucharist in the person's mouth, and there was a mishandle, and the thing fell, and the only time the plate's gotten a chance to be used, I used it and caught the Eucharist. Which was one of the coolest things of all time.
The Eucharist is the size of a penny. The plate is the size of a pancake. You can't miss if you're under the chin.
I know, but no one had even heard of someone missing that. And the Father Roberts, said he didn't even wait till after the Mass. During the things going on, he goes, that was the best catch since Mike Schmidt in the 1980 World Series.
What catch did Smitty make?
I don't know. I believed him. I was a child. I was like 12.
I doubt any of this happened.
Oh, my God. I swear to Jesus this entire thing happened. I swear to Jesus.
Altar boy, you're my little altar boy. Well, you're the best catching altar boy in the world.
Since Mike Schmidt.
That's really phenomenal. But try to figure out what this big circus catch that suddenly Mike Schmidt's getting all the attention for.
He must have had something.
What else you got there, Fezzy?
TiVo alert for this weekend. Guy Fieri, the guy who won the Next Food Network star.
Yes.
His new Food Network show is starting this Sunday morning at 10 a.m. on Food Network. Guy's Big Bite.
Sorry, my friend, I can't do it. Sunday morning, CBS Sunday morning. I never missed that show.
And I think we got some Sunday morning World Cup going on, too.
Forget it. I do not go off the CBS Sunday morning show, Fezzy. I watched it for 25 years.
Also,
never missed an episode.
And next Tuesday, National Geographic's going to have a special to coincide with the release of Superman Returns, The Science of Superman.
It's like I'm not even talking to you, like you never even hear me. I give you 25 years of never missing the show, and let me change over. All right, The Science of Superman. When's this come on, Fez?
That's going to be Tuesday evening on National Geographic special, where it's going to talk about how Superman might have actually been able to pull off these things that he can do, being an alien from another planet. Indianapolis Colts Peyton Manning says he is going to be sad to see running back Edgerrin James leave the team and joked that he may be taking over some of the running duties himself. Has the window closed? I think like last year on the Colts, window to win the Super Bowl open 100%. Has it completely closed for this year?
I don't think completely, but I don't expect them to be there. I expect them still to make the playoffs. I expect the same thing to happen to them time and time again, though. I just don't think they know how to get over the hump.
Yeah, I think their absolute best opportunity to win that thing is come and gone now.
Their best opportunity would have been to fire that coach. The coach is not a winner. He cannot win the big one. I'm sorry, Earl. I know you love him, but you got to prove something there.
Yeah, I mean, he might be one of those guys like, great assistant, but not necessarily a great head coach.
Ray Rhodes?
Yeah.
All right, every black guy out there,
I didn't say every
really better as an assistant than he is as a head coach?
No, just
because if you say it, I'll agree with you in a heartbeat.
I didn't say every black coach. I'm just saying there's been a lot of assistants who have been very what's his name? Norm
Turner.
North Turner.
Wait, he's white.
He's a white guy.
Yeah, you got him confused. Go back to your other example, Earl.
He's got bad skin, but it's not black.
Herman Edwards is probably a better coordinator, I think, than head coach. He's going to ruin Kansas City.
Herman Edwards fits into that black guy.
I was going to say Art Shell, but he was actually a very good head coach.
Is he really? Is that picking up the phone from upstairs? Oh, here's what the owner wants us to do. Yeah, I could be a head coach with the Raiders, trust me.
He was the last coach to have a winning season.
When you
with the
ever?
The fucking guy they went to the Super Bowl.
Let me rephrase. He was one of the last two guys that had winning seasons since.
Gruden had a winning season.
Yeah. No, I said one of the two guys.
Well, that was 3 away now.
I said
Earl.
I said Gruden and I said Art Shell.
And then the guy that was coaching with Gruden went up against him in the Super Bowl.
Bill, whatever his name was.
Bill Callahan.
Bill Callahan. Okay, that's my mistake.
Yes, it is,
I forgot
Earl.
about Bill Callahan.
Look, here's what you have to do when you're a coach for the Raiders. Exactly what the owner tells you. You're a fucking boy secretary in that job. You're not a coach. Not taking anything away from Art Shell, but he's a boy secretary. Nothing more. No offense, Art. I don't want you writing XM starting shit with me. Because I'll get on a fucking plane, and I'll come West Coast, and then it'll finally be over between the two of us.
Taylor Hicks, his new single, Do I Make You Proud, will debut at #1 on top of the Billboard Hot 100 singles today.
Fezzy, looks like it's time for you and I to eat a little crow. Earl, I believe you need to eat crow. We said this guy was going to be a bomb.
Yes. I still believe that. I don't think he'll have long-term success.
It's just this, and this single is so bad, by the way. It's just the blowback of what everybody who saw the show going out and owning something from what they watched all year, right?
Yeah, this is after it. It's just
if he has a #1 album, we give him props?
Yeah, it has to be a #1 album, not just that this, after fire from American Idol.
Is he going to have a #1 album, Earl?
Yes, he will definitely have a #1 album.
Fez, will he have a #1 album?
No, he will not.
Will you shave your head if he does?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I will.
Yes. I predict a very long career for Mr. Taylor Hicks. 15 years on the top.
All right, in 15 years from now, if you're wrong, you finally quit the show. I already see him doing a Ford commercial before he's ever really had a chance to sell out.
Yeah, it's so annoying to see that big Frankenstein face there. I was not happy when he won. I know I wasn't the only one that was unhappy when he won.
I'll tell you something about Taylor Hicks, too. Here's the weird thing about Taylor Hicks. Run over there, Fez. Taylor Hicks is a guy who you came into this whole game. Excuse me. Excuse me, there's a little bit of smoke in here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Almost like there's a little bit of replay smoke in the world. Maybe there's not. Maybe there's no smoke at all. Obviously they're not. But anyway, I'm going to go back to this, Dave. We're not going to see him for a 15-year career. He's not going to be there for 15 years.
I think he has shelf life, Mr. B. I really do.
Based on what?
Just think he is like a guy who sticks around.
Yes.
But I was already coughed myself out. Did they not know we were doing this bit?
Yeah, they knew. Yeah. But there was still a technical problem with it.
All right, let's just pretend we didn't do all that and we'll just play it.
Listen up, America! This is the Nature Boy! Woo! Woo! And America has voted? America has spoken? America has chosen its idol! And America, you make me want to throw up the champagne breakfast I shared today with a freshly banged Dionne Warwick. You have chosen Taylor Hicks to idolize? You gotta be kidding me. You picked a marshmallow wearing an Andy Warhol wig. You picked a 29-year-old grandfather. A guy whose sense of style is a Mo Howard haircut and a double chin. This is your idol. I haven't been this disappointed in this stinking country since it turned its back on the El Camino, perhaps the greatest car-truck hybrid ever. Whoa! Whoa! Taylor Hicks, you don't know what an idol is. An idol is when you are the Nature Boy. Whoa! Whoa! And you've got the Lander sisters putting each other in a Steiner recliner as they fight over you. Woo! Woo! What chicks are you gonna get, Taylor? Elliot's mom? Oh. And an idol is when you are welcomed in any club or 5-star restaurant on either coast. The best you can hope for, Hicks, is an enthusiastic hello from the blue vest at an Alabama Walmart. Face it, fat boy, you're not idol material. It's less than 24 hours since your victory, and you're already a has-been. Woo! You got no future. You don't believe me? Ask another punk named Ruben Studdard, who thought he was an idol, and now is one waffle away from going into a Buster Douglas sugar coma. You know what Ruben's next TV appearance is? It's when we see the front wall of his living room being taken down so Dick Gregory can get him out of his house. Woo! 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 America, you want some real idols? Then look no further than the Ron and Fez show. Woo! We got the cars. We got the cash. Other than Earl, we got the ladies. We've got everything you should bow down and worship in your stinking ham and egger lives. Woo! We're the badass Rob Bennington. The Road Dog Fez Marie. And by God, I am the Nature Boy! Woo! And you may not like it, but you will learn to what? Love it! Why? Bottom line, because we are the best thing going today! Woo! Woo! Woo!
The Nature Boy! There he goes. All right, maybe we didn't set it up properly, but it is the way you had to, we did need to hear that. Another little bet, hair versus hair. Fez said he would shave his head if this Taylor Hicks ever goes to number one. Earl, your head's already shaved. Will you refuse to shave it for 2 months if the guy doesn't hit number one?
Could I don't even know if I can grow my hair back at this point.
All I ask you to do is refuse to shave. That's all.
Yeah, I won't shave.
All right, 2 months.
2 months of Earl hair.
And see what kind of little fuzz he gets. Hopefully it's patchy. And Dave, you're just a guy who knows nothing in the background. You never put anything up, right?
No, I'll put up something. An eyebrow. I'll put up one eyebrow.
One eyebrow if he doesn't get to number one?
If he doesn't, because I guarantee you he will get to number one.
All right, thank you. There we have it. The bet is out there. Hey, here is Scott. Scott, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
I just want to say, Fez, I love the Fezatorial.
All right, that's just mean. That was not a Fezatorial. Austin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Fez, I just want to tell you, that was quite the catty moment.
All right. Everybody's busting balls on Fez today.
They are coming down on me. They want to start my weekend off right.
You know what it is? It's the redheaded ringleader starting all the trouble against you.
Yeah.
I
am rooting against Taylor Hicks now, just so you're eyebrowless.
Remember the other day you were telling me how you played Ensign Pulver, and he just starts laughing his ass off.
Yeah, like that has any sort of comedic part to that sentence whatsoever.
I played Ensign Pulver.
Why is that so funny?
A lot of costume and everything.
A lot of times when Fez and I are arguing with each other over material that's going to go on the show or bits that we're going to do, I always get the same thing. Excuse me, were you ever on stage? Were you ever Ensign Pulver in anything? And I have to always just... No, I wasn't.
You weren't, were you?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't in Mr. Roberts. The Pensacola Community Theater stage production.
When you say you were in Mr. Roberts, you mean in his ass.
I mean in the play.
This was the play of Mr. Roberts, where it ended with Mr. Roberts gently fucking Ensign Pulver as the boat went off into the South Pacific. It was a whole different way.
It wasn't a Rosie cruise. It was Mr. Roberts. It was a World War II ship.
Bill, you're on Ron and Fez. Go ahead, Bill.
Is Joe?
You're fucking kidding me. You're killing me over here, Bronx Johnny. You're kidding?
Hi.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Hey, I was just wanted to say, number one, big fan since the .com days. You guys rock. Glad you're back on satellite. And I'm really glad that you played the birthday breakdown again by Fez. I hadn't heard it in a while.
Thank you very much. All right, that's it for us. We got a weekend. We're back on Monday for a short porch. Right after O&A. Anthony, call your mother. It's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Anthony's mom.
Take care, everybody.
Ron and Fez, XM 202.